come take them.
Which
Molon Labe is come take them, because when Leonidas was defending the Hot Gates at Thermopylae against King Xerxes, he sends his emissary and says, Berxerxes says, I'll make you Leonidas ruler. Berxerxes.
Did he do that on purpose? You just said Berxerxes.
I didn't say Berxerxes.
That should be your wrestler name.
Write that down.
That's a t-shirt, isn't it?
Berxerxes.
I'm going Berxerxes now.
I'm fucking Berxerxes. Genghis Khan. Weight unknown.
Wait,
3.2 tons.
Oh,
no.
burn.
Look at his height.
Yeah, big boy. Strength 80.
Yeah.
70.
20.
Oh my word.
You played your way
it's
back from
swinging
one
rounds
card.
Twice.
That's good.
Superpower's 90.
0.
Not.
How can that
Absorbing
man have a globe for a head and have no
That's
superpowers?
Rey Mysterio, isn't it? Is it Rey?
Rey Mysterio.
Weight 320 pounds for the big fat Egghead.
225.
710.
Oh, you got Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, Victor Von Doom in your broom.
Is there room on the broom?
For Victor Von Doom.
There is room on the broom. What's she called, the author?
Julia Donaldson.
Julia Donaldson.
yeah.
How many? Right, Julia Donaldson books.
Yeah. Go.
Go.
A squash and a squeeze.
Good shout.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
The Gruffalo.
The Gruffalo's child.
Zog.
Zog. Nonsense.
Yeah.
There's a sequel as well, which I'm going to reserve.
The Highway Rat.
Oh.
Was a baddie.
It might go. Cave Baby.
That's good.
No.
Zog and the Flying Doctors, the sequel. Shit.
Superworm.
Superworm is
Nonsense.
super long.
And super thin and super strong.
Hey, Pip, hooray for Superworm.
What was I thinking? Room on the Broom.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Paper Dolls.
Oh.
Yes. It wasn't Axel
Schleferson.
doing the drawings.
The Gruffalo Strikes Back.
Phantom Gruffalo.
I'm just trying to go through the pack now.
Yeah, we've got the pack about that big.
The little ones.
Yeah, got a pack of little
It's
ones.
quite
Yeah.
big.
I'm struggling for more Julia Donaldson.
There's more.
Murder on the Orient Express.
There's a monkey one. We've got
Monkey Business.
Monkey.
Day Monkey, Night Monkey. That's another one. Fox's Socks.
Oh, I got one. Tyrannosaurus Drip.
Yeah, Transfer Strip.
That's a good book. I like that one.
I like that one. Yeah, I like the T-Rexes when they fall in the river.
Yeah.
And the
What's a
seas of
shame that
shadow.
bridges aren't invented yet.
Correct. Yeah. What's the one with the busking cat?
Tubby McTap.
Tabby McTat.
It's a fucking twat.
Busker's cat. He mews with the busker and they get split up.
I can't think of any more.
Okay.
It's Postman Bear. Thinking about the little ones.
Yeah, so there's like the rabbit snap.
Yeah.
Um,
There's another one.
tortoises.
No. Turtle's Head.
Yeah.
The camel's toe.
The Moose's Knuckle.
Anyway, welcome to the Amish Inquisition, episode number
50!
50.
Can you
50.
record in some party poppers going
Yeah.
off or some shit?
Yes, I'll do that.
And
I can note that.
we've had our 50,000th download, haven't we, Phil?
We have.
No.
Party poppers. Poopers? Party poopers. Twitter at Amish IQ Podcast.
iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher.
Tune in. YouTube. Get on YouTube.
YouTube. Is there any other medium we're not on? Telegram. I don't think
Pirate radio.
Yeah, we're not on
Tune
FM.
In radio. Not on FM, no.
I didn't mean the app Pirate Radio. I meant literally Pirate Radio.
We've not got an Instagram.
That I wouldn't be much good at that, I don't think.
Nah, we could have one.
What would you take photos of as things in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be a year's worth of posts, I think.
Sticker bag.
Stickleback.
Your sticker bag.
What's that mean?
Well, you show a little bit of either your penis or your balls.
Oh.
You've got to guess which it is.
Right.
Oh, is that like man milk or moo milk?
Yeah.
Very good.
Cleavage.
Cleavage
Chest
or arse.
cleavage and arse cleavage.
Your mind's too
And
hairy.
you don't know which one it is, and then you zoom out, and it's you can tell.
It's an abomination.
Don't they tell with the brown inside?
The winnets.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday. That's different.
Yeah.
No one's eating
Saturday.
anything. We've had some serious complaints.
Yeah, from literally 2 people.
So
Another
Phil,
one to me as well, my brother.
Phil, I think you should apologise profusely before you have that soup.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There was a couple of corrections from last week. Hopping Hare is not my favourite summer badger's ale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Hot Bag Lightning.
Blandford
That's
Flyer.
Blandford Fly.
Has a blue label. Blandford Flyer.
It's got some fishing stuff going on.
Yeah,
On the label.
it's an
yeah.
excellent hot day, cold beer after work on the back step. So that's number 1.
Why you shout at your kids?
Yeah.
Bloody.
I said that laws were still written on vellum,
Yeah.
and that stopped in March last year.
Yeah.
Are maps still written on the inside of people's scalps?
No, that's just in Westworld.
Okay. Phew.
And the third one was income tax.
Or VAT.
Was founded by William Pitt the Younger in 1799 to fund the Napoleonic War.
Okay. And also Gomez won the Mercury Music Prize in 1998.
Oh, right.
And
Well,
they're from
remembered.
Southport.
Yeah.
I had to write it down after we were told off. Sorry.
Well, what did we say?
I think we said no one had heard of Gomez's first album. Bring it on.
Yeah, the Mercury Music Prize wasn't a big deal 20 years ago, was it?
Still isn't. Who's just won it?
Wolf Alice.
Wolf.
Yeah, it's all over.
Wolf Alice.
I think it gets a lot more press now than it did 20 years
Who
ago.
won it last year?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Haim. Was it Haim?
More chance of guessing who's going to win it next year.
Do you like Haim?
Is he like 2 sisters? 3
It's like
sisters?
3 of them.
Did he?
It's 3.
Did he kiss?
No, but they're really catchy pop songs.
All right.
Are they Israeli? No, they're American.
They're American, aren't they? Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Haim. It's
Haim.
like it sounds like an what's the language?
And it's like a
Jewish. Is it
no
Jewish?
Yiddish, a Yiddish
that's the one.
cough.
Yeah, Haim. Do you not think that sounds like a Yiddish word?
Hayam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
It's
But
like
I've seen
Haim.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I've lost track of Curb.
I didn't watch much of the newest series. That I better save it in
Was
case
this the
he
first
dies.
one? He's had a bit of a break on him before this season.
Yeah, it was years and years.
For a few years. Oh, I lost track. I think it was maybe about a couple of seasons after he took the homeless family in from Katrina.
Is that before or after Beloved Cunt
Who?
episode where he buys that card and it's Beloved Aunt, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a typo.
No, it's not a typo, is it? There's a word. Cursive. Bad cursive, so it looks like a C instead of an A.
It's excellent.
It's funny. So cringy. I love it.
She can't watch out like that. That's cringeworthy. That makes you cringe. Like The Office was a bit like that when that first came out.
I think a show's good if you can actually feel yourself trying to climb up the wall behind you internally. like a cringy show.
Yeah.
We had an argument before.
Who, you and Ben?
No, me and the wife.
Oh, right.
Well, it wasn't such an argument as such because I don't engage in arguments.
You stonewall there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just beneath you.
There's just no point. Because I feel like fucking...
Killing him.
Jeremy Renner in The Hurt Locker. Like I'm trying to disable an IED. You know?
She's already gone nuclear at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly, yeah. I feel like him, so I don't engage.
Why? What happened?
Well, I got meatballs out this morning out of the freezer because I thought Saturday...
That was your first mistake.
Saturday, it's a treat day. We'll have meatballs because my meatballs are...
Exquisite.
My meatballs bring all the boys to the yard. So I got them out. It was getting up for tea time about 5 o'clock. I was doing this decoupaging in the back room, this table, and she starts cooking the balls. I thought, for me, that's novel. She's cooking.
It's distracting while you decoupage.
She's found the kitchen.
When was the last time she cooked?
To be fair, she cooked on Thursday because I was assembling bunk beds. Okay. And she let me carry on with that. But usually she doesn't cook. She doesn't cook.
Ever?
No. No. And I thought, wow, that's novel. She's cooking. I finished up my decoupage, and I was putting the stuff away in the garage, bringing the stuff out here, and I went back in the kitchen, and the pan was unattended. And then, like, a few minutes, and she was in the back room, and then a few minutes later, I smell burning, and the balls are burning in the pan, and she's sat in the back room on computer. So the tongs were there, so I just turned them, each one, put the tongs back. I thought, I'm just looking after the tea, I'm not cooking. Went 10 minutes later, I smelled burning again, and the burning on the other side, and she's still on computer.
You can turn these balls over.
At this point, I thought, fuck it, I might as well make tea, because she's not doing it. So I started, chopped the onion, got the onion in, 2-pan system for meatballs, auxiliary pan 2.
What's that? Auxiliary pan 2?
Yeah, so balls in one pan, make the
Is there an auxiliary pan 1?
No, auxiliary pan B. Then.
What's auxiliary pan A?
There's a main and an auxiliary pan.
Yeah, this is not
just got one boiling water for no reason, just so you can have these 2 auxiliary pans.
Maybe that was pasta.
A1.
Pasta goes in auxiliary pan 1.
What's in the main pan?
Balls. Balls.
Right.
Balls are burning in pan 1.
Where's the gravy going?
Auxiliary pan 2.
Is it gravy? You did say gravy.
Gravy because I like Italian gangster films.
Yeah,
they call it the gravy.
Did he?
Yeah. They're mafias. So I get pan 2 going. Chucks red onion in.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Is that pan 2 or auxiliary pan A?
No, I was just condensing the word for expediency.
Not working. So there's 2 pans.
Yeah. Gets the
Pan
onions
1
in.
and pan 2.
Pan 1, pan 2, and then one for the pasta.
Yeah, one for pasta.
So there's 3 pans.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call the pasta pan the main pan though.
I don't.
I'd have the balls in the main pan.
Yeah, that is the main pan. That's pan 1.
And your water for your pasta's auxiliary pan A.
Yeah.
and your quote unquote gravy is an auxiliary pan B.
Yeah.
No. I think it should be pan 1, main pan, auxiliary pan, and then auxiliary A pan.
Oh right. Oh, I see. Yeah, like a conventional street numbering system.
Yeah.
Shit, I hadn't thought of that. You're so clever.
So what?
So I throw the onions in. I throw the garlic in.
In which pan?
Auxiliary pan B.
Which is the saucepan.
Yeah, the saucepan.
Someone please draw a diagram.
we need Craftsman to break it down for us. The Craftsman.
That's great. If you listen on YouTube or whatever you do on that, go to what's it called?
Craftsman.
Craftsman.
The Craftsman. No T in craft.
CRAFSMAN.
Yeah, the Craftsman.
Right. Yeah, it's a very smooth talking gentleman.
What state is he from?
Decoupage. Hey?
What state accent is that?
It sounds like Alabama. Deep south.
It's
State
deep
of
south.
America.
I knew it was south, but I didn't know what it... It's like some craziness, isn't it?
Anyway, auxiliary pan B.
Has it got onions in?
Garlic. Gets the tin tomatoes in.
Do you put the garlic in first?
You got to soften the garlic.
I don't know. You know,
very quickly for
Yeah.
like a minute.
Yeah.
if you put an
Never got-
unpeeled clove into your... This is
What
spice ball now.
savagery is this, Ben?
Into your bolognese, and you let it just simmer for a fucking hour or whatever. It just melts down to mush, and you can pick it up and squeeze it into the... It's like a paste. Squeeze a whole clove into the...
What I
It's
do,
a
I
mix.
just use a garlic crusher and put the skin in
you
anyway.
use a device. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I use a knife. We have a crusher. And the garlic crusher leaves half the garlic smushed into the crushing implement.
Yeah, but that's a scrape that out and put that in as well.
Oh, okay. But I thought I wasn't. I was like picking that out and putting it in the bin. I thought I'm wasting off my garlic.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I find dice.
All right.
Yeah.
You
Very
buy it
fun.
frozen now.
Yeah, you get. She gets jars of. It's called lazy garlic.
Yeah, but it's in
yeah.
vinegar. It doesn't taste anywhere as nice, does it?
The hell?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. It's tangy.
So while you're arguing over vinegar and garlic, your balls are on fire.
in pan 1. Meanwhile, in auxiliary pan A, we've got pasta, and then auxiliary pan B, you were saying you that's where you're doing your gravy. Yeah.
And then she shouts from the back room, "I was going to do tea, you know."
It's on fire!
And my head's going, "Yeah, but you weren't doing it. It's 6 o'clock." So I did it anyway. But I just ignored her.
Yeah, like you do.
And
That's how you deal with it.
I was miles away cooking. Dog starts barking outside. And I'm just tuned out to it because I'm just busy cooking. And
Not
she
giving
comes
a
out
shit.
the back room and shouts for the dog right next to me ear.
Oh dear.
And I went,
Did you stab her?
no, I just like put my head to my hand and bowed and went, fucking hell, shit or something. I reacted somehow, and she said, "If I were making tea, that wouldn't have happened."
It's your fault the dog was barking. You said.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well, it all makes sense now.
And my reply was,
Go
what
fuck
was it?
yourself.
"I wish you wouldn't shout so much." I think I said
You finally said it.
something worse to that effect, and so she slammed the baby gate and destroyed it, and then went to the front room and shut herself in there.
She must have had a bad run on video poker or whatever she was doing on the computer.
Farmville or something.
Has she just lost like $5,000 on some fucking scratch cards on
Habbo
National Lottery
Hotel.
website
What
or
was
something?
it? Was the early stuff? Second Life, probably.
No, that's just what she's like.
Really?
Yeah,
All the time?
yeah, like an IED.
Is it a coil?
What?
That's an IUD.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really have that much storming out. There's obviously some arguments, but I tend to be sort of passive aggressive arguments.
She's like an escalator. She's a human escalator. So if you respond, she goes one higher or 2 steps higher, and then if you respond, she's trying to escalate the situation.
Until what? What's the end game?
Just I don't know. I'll probably get stabbed. I really don't know. I've never found out.
That's what I
Don't.
mean.
I'll have to wear a vest or something.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So we don't argue ever, because I just don't.
You'd lose.
Well, I don't want to do that. Plus, I don't never want to have crosswords in front of kids.
No.
Kids are always around.
Take him into the daddy's argument studio here.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Apparently, is not arguing in front of your kids.
Well, just pretend everything's okay for 30 years and then split up.
No, wait till they're out of the room.
All right, okay.
Dark.
I went to St Catherine's
Hospice.
bookshop. Yeah, St Catherine's Hospice bookshop today,
Any specials?
I had a couple of books to get rid of. And I thought my main mission was to go and see if they did comics. If they had any comics. Yeah, for the decoupage.
You know, it's the Comic-Con next week.
I've got that down.
Oh, have you? Sorry.
Yeah, I was...
They probably have some there.
They will. I want to go.
I'm going with the little one.
Have you already got tickets?
No, we're just going to rock up. It's like £8, I think.
It's £8, £5 for kiddie it'll be. I think.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I went to St Catherine's, and I thought magazines. I would see if they got any magazines for images that I was going to go on my decoupage, like film posters or whatever. So I'm rifling through I'd probably get about 4 magazines. Then I thought, well, I'll have a look at books while I'm here, and I got a poetry book, which I thought some little bits of poetry might look good scattered about on the table.
There was an old man from Preston.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. Get some Spike Milligan on there. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, what was on his? I told you I was ill.
I told you
on his gravestone, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was. Yeah.
Or was it his whatever that goes in the paper?
It was in
one fine day in the middle of the night.
I think it's supposed to be on his gravestone.
2 dead men got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords, and shot each other. I remember that from my youth. That was a Spike Milligan, I think. Nonsense rhyme. That'd be pretty good. So
I got to the counter at the charity shop, and it was some blue rinser came over, and she was counting my comics up, my 4 comics, and then she did my books, and it was taking fucking ages. And
50p.
Do you want a pack, dear?
She's ringing it through till, and she goes, "Oh no, that can't be right. It comes to £304. £304 and 45 pence.
No, that's fine.
Fucking hell! And do you take credit card? And this woman came over and helped a younger woman who knew how to sort it out, and it came to £7.60.
What did you get for £7.60?
4 or 5 magazines and half a dozen books. 5 books, maybe.
All right.
Mm. Aren't you in contravention of Article 19 for copyright infringement in Europe, whatever it is? That thing you can't do memes anymore.
It's not gone through yet.
No, it's not been done.
It's past the latest step.
Has it not gone through?
No, it's going to go...
Oh, no one's going to listen.
It's going to go another couple of levels. But yeah, it is... it's a weird one, isn't it?
You won't be able to get cheap T-shirts anymore.
I don't know. All the big tech giants are against it, aren't they? Like YouTube and Google and that. They're lobbying.
You won't be able to stop it.
What?
Won't be able to stop it.
Yeah, there's no way.
It won't be able to.
It's unmanageable, prosecuting everybody, isn't it?
Oh no, the idea is that the software, it stops it being posted. That they have AI software that monitors everything that you post and will just stop it being posted if it breaches the copyright. It doesn't take legal action against people.
God.
It just means that these things won't be created anymore.
It makes me sad.
They'll be filtered out.
I think that's probably a bad way of looking at it anyway, because you would probably get some sort of popularity or through people sharing things or memes would make them interested in, I don't know, Star Trek, Next Generation, Captain Picard, and start watching it. Yeah.
Earl Grey.
Or like, there's loads of them, isn't there, with stupid things.
What about lookalikes? They make a lot of money looking like other people. If there's any photos of them on, saying, look at this guy, he looks like George Lucas or whatever.
You're starting to look like George Lucas.
Don't say that.
Actually, more of a young Spielberg.
Yeah.
I would say.
The curl's pretty
Jaws.
tight tonight, Ben, actually. Isn't it? What's going on?
We were going out.
Did you do your hair?
No, I just had a shower.
Does it make it go tight?
Yeah. Just loosen it up.
Your hair weren't that curly when you were a kid.
It was.
Was it?
You had your skin
I had
end?
it short. Quite short.
Oh.
Too short. Bit like yours.
Yeah, but it did have curly bits on top.
Yeah, like super noodles.
Like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
I'm going to go as well. See you there. Should we go together?
Whatever, yeah. I'm not getting dressed up, though.
You know.
No.
We're going as Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Simply the best. Always the best. Up to the test when things go wrong. Do you watch it?
No.
It's not old enough yet.
It's still on Tiny Pop and CBeebies.
Tiny Pop.
He likes Rory something or other. Kung Fu Rory or something.
Oh,
Is Peg plus Cat still on Tiny Pop?
I've not seen it.
That's pretty good.
He likes Super Wings. Oh, yeah.
What's the one with the disco soundtrack?
Nothing.
One,
that doesn't exist.
This one that's got a proper disco 70s sounding soundtrack. Young kids TV show.
Go Jetters.
Yeah.
Go Jetters.
That one.
Yeah.
Funk Top 3.
Yeah.
With Ubercorn.
Ubercorn?
Yeah, Ubercorn.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah. What else is good? Hanazuki. That might be a girl's one. Your lads might not watch that. That's pretty weird. It's like Adventure Time, I guess, but...
Night Garden was a big one in our house. The first child.
She got bored of that
He's just
very long episode.
Yeah, they're 30 minutes.
40,
I think they're 30 minutes. 25
more
past.
than half an hour.
No, it's on 25 past until 5 till story time.
BBC production values. What really got me about that was the scale differences. The scale kept changing every 5 minutes, so the Ninky Nog could be fucking massive.
I went to go and see it live, and they had a big Iggle Piggle and a little Iggle Piggle and a big...
and the little one was like a puppet, wasn't it? Operated by a man
so like
in
when
black.
they were together, Macapaka was small and Iggle Piggle was big, and... Yeah.
And then when the Tumbly Bees came out,
Yeah.
everyone goes giant.
Yeah.
Weird.
The Hahoos.
Trippy as
Was it
balls.
Trafford Centre you went?
He was,
Yeah, we went
in the
there.
car park.
It was like an inflatable
Yeah,
tent.
an inflatable, filthy tent. Been inflated for 20 years.
Excellent.
Round the corner, not far away.
Is where the cottaging goes on.
Sailed a little sailboat, light a little light. This is the way to the garden in the night.
The Garden of the Night. Our more talented listeners will be able to observe that I'm wearing a different jacket tonight.
Right, okay.
And this is a one-off that my wife found in the loft that she made in second year of university.
She made it?
Yep.
Pretty good quality.
Checking for quality, yeah. I believe that's a raglan sleeve. I'm not sure. I'm told it is.
She made that?
She made
Did she
it.
get it first?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Look at that.
It's lined. It's really nice. I think
Actually,
it's quite...
it looks really good. I know it's blue in here, the light, but, you know, it looks like it's a real one.
yeah, I think that.
Like a
That's
real
pretty
person
cool.
made it,
Yeah.
rather than your wife.
Does she do
An experienced
commissions?
fashion designer.
Not anymore, no.
One's enough. I bet it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weird that it fits, though.
It doesn't, though.
It does.
Stand up.
Weird in that, did you not know her when she made it?
No.
It's a bit short. It probably fit me better. Maybe she was making it for me.
Let's try.
Maybe. It's like I don't know, what style is it? Bomber jacket?
It's more like a tracky top, I'd have said.
It's a bit 90s, isn't it? A little bit.
Oh, it's definitely a bit baggy.
How long ago was she at university?
I think she graduated before I started.
Did she really?
I think so. Or the same year. So, 2002, maybe.
Graduated in 2002.
Yeah.
I thought I'd get away with it. I thought if we go to the pub tonight, I'll get away with this.
It looks fine, yeah. It looks absolutely fine.
Yeah, good. Well, there you go. So, if any of you are wondering about the jacket, now you know.
And it looks fine. Well done.
Thanks.
Well done, Ben's
Well
wife.
done, my wife.
I had a new experience today.
Did you use your left hand?
No.
Plumbers.
No. Rub the fleeb. rub the fleeb, Morty. You gotta rub that fleeb.
The best is the video where they're showing how it's made. You roll out the from you.
One's a tiny penis, isn't it? And one's a tiny vagina, and they mate.
It was all ad lib, wasn't it? All that intergalactic television.
I think most of it is ad libbed.
No, that one is. They just make it up, don't they? It's like stand up or whatever.
Nice.
New director's gone now, hasn't he?
I think they've got rid of him.
They got rid of him.
Dan, whatever his name.
Oh
is.
no, sorry, it's the Guardians film. They've got rid of him.
Oh
Yeah, James Gunn.
We talked about that before.
We did.
My new experience was I went to a comic book shop.
Oh yeah, the one in Priest Town.
Yeah, called that comic book store.
Comic book store.
Where is it?
Just
smells a bit foisty, right?
A couple of doors down from Rope Roll, on the same side.
Do you think the guy in there, if it's the same guy, yeah, he is.
It might have been. Yeah.
I've never been into a comic book shop in my entire life.
I think the guy in there actually looks like he sells comics for a living.
Right?
He looks like comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Right.
He might have been. I'm wondering if it's the same guy.
It was I was a bit embarrassed really, because
him.
No. I got these two magazines for decoupaging.
Oh yeah. Which one will cut good?
That's what my wife. We keep going to places that do
spaces
that do up.
It's all about faces. Not faces.
Upcycling.
Is that Michael Jackson Black or White rap? It is. It's the rap from Black or White. Michael Jackson.
I know, you just made that up.
All about faces. Go on, say it again.
No, you were saying you're going to disappoint the comic book guy by saying you're going to cut up his comics.
Yes.
I keep taking my wife
go on.
to upcycling shops, and someone's like laboured over this. I went to go and see one place, and he basically restored this dressing table, waxed it. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at it, it's elm. It's a definite antique. Laying it on thick. Went, will you spray it black for me? And he just went. She keeps. I'm gonna cut that out for the name. But she keeps doing it over and over again.
As a joke?
No, just.
That's brilliant. It's crushing dreams.
Yeah. But is she doing it on purpose?
No.
As a wind-up?
No. It just comes out because she's making like the patter, the small talk with them, and she goes, "Yeah, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint it black," and the faces are just like, "Oh, fucking." I keep forgetting actually.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Oh, that's terrible.
So so we eventually got one, and then this guy dropped it off, and he said, "Oh yeah, it took me hours to do all this or whatever." And then he went, "Oh God, I said the name again." I've opened a drawer.
Say my name, say my name.
And there's old newspapers in there. He goes, "Look at these newspapers. Where did these come from? All this." So he basically just not painted it. He just found it. He's fucked it up as well. I'll have to fix it.
It left old newspapers in it.
I'm going to bring them actually. There's papers from the 60s.
Oh, wow.
Lining, yeah.
That's pretty
That's ace.
I found some papers from the 1920s, I think, in my house when I was doing some renovations.
Really?
Yeah. I found a pack of cigarettes.
I was going to say I find a lot of matchboxes, cigarette packs from decades ago.
Yeah.
People hiding them from the...
Just to get thrown down. It got thrown down there the last time when it was built. Or say it's a 100-year-old house and it got rewired in the 60s. You'll find someone's cigarette packet from the 60s in the loft.
I'm pretty sure
under the floorboards.
There was some old woodbines, and it looked like it was from definitely the earlier part of this century. So I was thinking maybe when it was built, when I pulled them out. I should have kept it, but I think I threw it in the end.
And same with old when I'm doing up houses, you'll pull carpets back and you'll see newspapers from the 60s, old time stuff.
Draft exclusion.
Yeah. You do find nice, cool. Weird things. I'm trying to think what the strangest thing is I found in someone's house.
Dildo?
No.
You said you found a dildo once.
That's not the strangest thing.
No, a painter did at Forest.
Was it?
Yeah, he got sacked because he played with it.
What about the girl with special needs?
Eh?
Did you not rewire a house where the girl had special needs and she had a dildo in her bedroom?
I think you trimmed that one.
No.
I don't remember that.
I'm sure you told me a story like that.
You probably edit all that out.
Hold on, in a bedroom. No, I don't remember that.
It's gone very quiet.
Well then?
Comic book guy.
Yeah, comic book guy.
I got me 2 comics, and he looked and he said something. You know about the thing with the run on this one. Oh, have you got the full run of this or whatever?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head, this is the first time I've ever bought a comic. I didn't even know I was going to say that to him. So I went, I sort of joked along with him.
Oh
And
no!
he goes, because if you go back, you can find the card. You can find the card that has the list of the run. Oh, there's no card in this one. Oh, that's because they've changed the story arc, haven't they? They've reset the story arc. And I was going, yeah. I didn't want to not embarrass him by. He assumed I was some sort of comic aficionado, and it was the first time I'd ever bought comics.
Was it your Naked Gun t-shirt that he saw and thought, this guy knows his comics?
Drebin. Frank Drebin. Lieutenant
Police
Frank
Squad.
Drebin. Police Squad.
I love the end of Police Squad where they froze the credits were going up, and instead of having a still,
Yeah,
everyone was just really still, and they're like pouring coffee and shit, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it used to be on Sunday
funny.
mornings.
With
that,
safe
didn't it?
sex. When he has safe sex.
That was in the Naked Gun
yeah.
2.5, wasn't it, or
Well,
something?
rolling around inside a giant condom.
Zorbing now.
Yeah, Police Squad.
Police Squad was the TV show, wasn't it?
But Norberg was still in that, wasn't he? The guy who killed his wife.
Yeah,
the
I think
football
so.
player.
OJ.
OJ. He was in Police Squad as well, wasn't he?
I think Police Squad looked like he was it from before he murdered someone.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he thought I was an aficionado, comic aficionado, and I wasn't.
And you went along with it.
Yeah.
That's how you get
There was like a
fingers
group of
burnt.
4 kids, well, people in the probably early mid-20s playing some sort of board game, like Dungeons and Dragons or Warhammer or something,
Yeah.
inside the comic book shop. I thought that was quite strange.
Yeah, did you not go to them? Do you actually know there's a Warhammer shop?
You know, there's a board game shop as well, like near the railway station.
Yeah, no, it looks dirty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Dirty.
Not dirty.
Not
dirty,
good dirty,
dirty.
bad
Dirty
dirty.
railways.
Yeah, it's called Dirty Railways, the board game shop.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
It used to be Emilio's
Alright.
or Emiliano's,
I'm not going to town, so I don't.
and that's
Completely changed, Freigate.
Yeah.
Completely changed. Lots of new businesses that I didn't recognise. Barber shop on there now.
There's loads of barber shops. There's a brothel, allegedly.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
In the Fishergate Centre.
Freigate. Rob Roll.
Oh,
The
right.
Plough as well. The gin.
The Plough,
place.
it's been opened. It's still not done yet, I don't think.
No, it's supposed to be open.
We'll find out next week, won't we? Going out.
Yeah.
We're going to hit the town.
Oh, we? Next week?
Yeah. After the Comic Con.
Oh, we?
Mm.
Oh, right.
All day.
It's an all day.
No.
I might be working Saturday.
I think we're getting some food. Well, I thought you were going to the Comic Con.
Yeah, I'll have to cancel that.
The work or the Comic Con?
The work.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. Comic Con's once a year, isn't it?
A man who knows so much about comics, such as yourself, you don't be missing the Comic Con.
Yeah. I think I'll go. I think my wife will want to go as well. Actually.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really
And
good.
you'll take
the
him.
Preston one. Hattie Hayridge is going.
Who's that?
Holly, Red Dwarf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hattie Hayridge. I think it's like 20 quid for an... no, autograph was to be confirmed. I think a photo shoot, photograph there was £15.
Oh, fuck.
I got a photo of Chris Barry, but it was taken surreptitiously at a Liverpool one. He was in the British Empire.
He was. I loved the British Empire when I was a kid. I think we were probably about 11, 12 when that came out.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, because
What was it called?
Swimming pool.
Something British. Raymond.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember the character name.
It burnt down in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, it's quite tragic in the end.
Did he not die? Did he not kill him off?
Yeah.
He died because he was always a coward, wasn't he? That was the thing, and well, same as Rimmer, basically.
Yeah, Hattie Hayridge is going to be there.
Apparently, Lagertha was going to be there. I don't know. She's cancelled from Vikings.
Oh yeah, she has cancelled. Cancelled. Yeah.
Oh, for
Chilwell.
Chilwell.
Did she Google Preston or something?
Yeah.
I think she might be English. Is she English, that one? What's she called again?
From Maud. Maybe she's Irish.
Yeah, maybe they film a lot of it in Ireland.
Probably Irish then.
Tax breaks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Celtic Tiger and all that.
Yeah. Maud is a popular Irish name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like Seamus.
Yes. I have read an article today about baby names.
Right.
They release the most popular baby names every year.
Yeah.
But for this year, for the first time, the ONS is releasing by the baby name results by area. So you can click on Preston, and it'll tell you the top baby names in Preston, Maidstone in Kent, Wolverhampton, wherever.
Yeah.
And it breaks down like that. So that was interesting.
Baby Snapchat or something. Whatever. Crappy names.
Kim is probably popular.
Kim.
What's the popular one in Preston? Did you look?
Mohammed.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
Well,
in a way,
Mohammed is number 2 in the boys' name.
Well, yeah.
For last year, nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
I think Oliver was first.
Yeah.
Oliver. And Olivia for a girl.
Yeah, it's
Olivia for a girl.
That's all I've seen.
I think Mohammed is the most popular if you add up the different spellings, because it's like 4
if you cherry
spellings.
pick the data.
Yeah. Carve it how you want. What made me think was that it's really impractical.
What?
That
naming a child.
The reason Mohammed is so high is because it's a very popular name with a certain demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the Muslim population of the UK? About probably 5%, something like that.
I don't even
5%.
think it's that much.
No, it might be less. So for such a small community to have such a large baby name, that means they're calling all the boys Mohammed practically.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it's just really impractical, isn't it? Because if someone rings you on the phone,
hey, it's
hello,
Mo. Hey, Mo.
It's Mohammed. Well, which one? I know hundreds of them.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense.
You probably recognise his voice, though, wouldn't you?
Well, what if? Well, why?
Yes.
Why do we have Christian names?
Named after saints, aren't they?
Well, it's so that we can, if we're having a conversation, we gather information. Ben said this, then Matt said that. Pete said this. If everyone's called
what's Pete saying now?
If everyone's called Mohammed, you can't use that. You have to use something else to identify people. Isn't that why we have Christian names, for gathering information, to make it easier to say what's happening?
Well, yeah, to differentiate between each other.
Two people.
I don't know.
If everyone was called Mohammed, life would be harder.
Maybe.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe they call each other by their second names.
Like your middle name.
Yeah.
I think that could be right. But they don't. But they don't use that though, because they still call themselves Mohammed.
If the Christian populace decided that they wanted to have their prophet, Jesus, as everyone's called Jesus.
All Catholics started naming all the
we would
boys
probably have middle name Jesus.
How popular is Jesus in Spanish? Speaking countries like Mexico and Spain, obviously.
South America, Brazil.
There's a lot of people called Jesus there, isn't there?
Yeah, South America. Yeah.
What's the most popular Christian name?
Well, Oliver was the biggest boy one, and Olivia.
I don't know any Olivers.
I do.
Or Olivias.
I do. I know loads.
Can't think of any.
I know two.
Ollie.
I know I know two Ollies. That you know. You know two of them as well. And I know at least two Olivias. I work with
Newton John Coleman.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
Timeless.
Yeah, it's probably middle names.
They probably just use middle names.
Oh, these are birthday candles.
Yeah.
Right.
50, woo!
We had them last week.
Party poppers here. Insert party poppers. Fireworks, popping cork.
Right, are we moving away from the naming now?
If you want.
I was just
Away from the naming onto the shaming.
onto the radio now.
Radio now.
Yeah, Radio Gaga, Radio Goo.
I work with Clive.
Radio, what's new? Radio, someone still loves you.
That wasn't the one where they're doing the chores, the housework in the video.
No.
No, that's
I want to break free.
Yeah, that's that one, yeah.
Yeah, good video. No, I was listening on the radio and 21st Century Fox have been outbid for Sky by Comcast.
Right.
36 billion.
35 billion, I think they offered 10% more.
Who did Comcast own?
Just everything in America, I think.
Just everything in America.
Just everything.
Comedy Central, I think. That's all I know.
Are Comcast owned by Viacom as well?
They're like a cable company, aren't they?
Yeah, but they said they're struggling in America. So they wanted the subscriptions from Sky, obviously.
They've bought Sky TV.
Yeah, but obviously Murdoch wanted it to consolidate his, but
I thought you already had it.
he owned 49% of it, I think, or 50% of it. I don't know.
Sky TV.
Yeah. A minority share.
39 billion it was.
Right, $39 billion.
Dollars, yeah.
No, let's see.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I think that's not real money, is it?
What's the significance of that?
The fact that he wouldn't. Basically, that he was selling off. He sold 21st Century, didn't he, to Disney?
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he got. Oh yeah, Simpsons.
Yeah. So he sold all that to Disney, and then
Sky News he has, doesn't he?
Well, Sky, he owns Sky.
Yeah.
Well, does he?
The Sky channels. Don't know.
I'm confused now.
Oh,
Whether I think he owns a minority in it currently, but he wanted. I don't know. Yeah.
So it's significant that he hasn't got it.
Consolidated.
God, they used
basically.
to own MGM.
Who?
Comcast.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't make any money, MGM, does it?
They own Universal.
That's it. I thought they owned Universal.
And NBC.
A lot of movie
Universal.
companies are struggling.
DreamWorks.
They're struggling to get funding from China, I think, a lot of them. Because it's all done on borrowed money from foreign countries.
All right.
With the production companies. It's all about investment.
Well, it's returns, isn't it? That's like,
It's like Star Trek. That Star Trek franchise is pretty much dead in water.
I know, because he didn't make much money, did he? On the last film was a bit shit, wasn't it? That Simon Pegg wrote.
Yeah. I didn't like that one.
No, it was boring. And the same for Han Solo. Even though it made like 500 or 600 million, that film, it was apparently it made a loss on 500 million.
So ridiculous.
Yeah. Shit. So I think the film cost 200 odd million, and then it's the same again in marketing. Apparently,
That's ridiculous.
it's insane, isn't it? You have to make $1 billion before you're making a profit or whatever, or makes it viable.
I read they're slowing down on releasing the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, they are, instead of doing one a year.
They just ejaculate shitloads out at once.
Well, they did. What was it? It was a Jedi. It was the second one, wasn't it, of the latest trilogy? Was it Christmas?
Last Jedi.
And then this one was in May, so it was less than 6 months. I
And
think.
it's not long since Rogue One, is it?
Rogue One was the previous Christmas, so there was a year between Rogue One and Last Jedi, and 6 months to Han Solo. And they said it was franchise fatigue. They turned it as
Really?
yeah.
I think more likely because the previous film was a bit shit.
Last Jedi, it wasn't. I didn't think it was as good as what people said.
No, I thought
It got
was
quite good
pants.
reviews, really, didn't it?
Did it?
I think
Have
it
you seen
did.
what's happened with the DVD sales?
No, are they plummeted?
So, like, what was the first comeback film? The one that JJ did.
Force Awakens.
That broke the records for DVD sales. And like they're saying, well, Last Jedi, it can't do as well as that. The company must have been planning for maybe 80% of sale of what the first one sold, or whatever. Anyway, when it was released, the first week it sold really well, and then the second week it dropped like 40%, and the numbers were terrible compared to the previous film, what it sold at DVD.
Well, they've brought
really poor.
JJ back, haven't they, for the last one?
Yeah.
Browns. When's Kenobi coming out?
Well, there's Kenobi, and
Has that been given the green? Is that
No.
still?
no, it was
Still a dream.
I want that YouTube guy to direct it.
It was in development.
The trailer.
I was reading it was in development.
Is it?
That and Boba Fett was the next
Boba Fett, yeah.
confirmed in development films.
I want to see a Hut movie.
The
Pizza the Hut. Look, it's been done. Jabba the Hut.
and
Pizza the Hut.
Mandalorians.
what was the other one? Oh no, I was just going to say it's Benioff and Weiss, isn't it? The Game of Thrones. Is it Game of Thrones?
Yeah, they're going to do the last 9. They're doing the last 9 proper films.
The last 9.
Nice.
Sorry.
They're doing
last 3.
another 3.
The last
Yeah.
trilogy. Yeah, there's another trilogy to come after this.
12.
Next 3.
12
That makes no sense. That's a quadrilogy of
Yeah.
trilogies.
Yeah. But they do them in 3s, don't they?
Yeah.
So we had the first 3, then we had the prequel 3, and now we're having the post
Sequel.
Empire 3, and then there's another 3. I think.
They need to do more. They need to do 9 trilogies. So then you get the 3 squared.
Why is that relevant?
Well, it's better. It just fits better.
And that's probably what will happen,
threes.
isn't it?
Right.
Do
3
you think they'll ever
trilogies.
remake it? The first trilogy. When I say the first trilogy, the middle trilogy. Currently.
Never.
Do you not think?
Geek said meltdown.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely meltdown.
What about in another 50 years?
5 years probably. They'll run out of money.
I don't know. They've got a good 4 prequel story films in them, haven't they? With Boba.
There's Yoda. Yoda is like
Yoda,
900 years
That'd be
old.
good, yeah.
Yoda.
Oh, fuck me. Darth Maul was in Han Solo, spoiler alert.
Was he?
I heard, yeah. So what's the timeline on this then? Is this happening before the Phantom Menace then?
Yeah, it's ages ago, isn't it?
I think it could be around. It could be around the same time as the Phantom Menace, couldn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
How
because
old's Han?
because Han is like early
that-
20s, and he was 30s.
Oh, no, because Anakin's got to grow up and then have a kid, and then the kid's got to
Yeah,
grow
but
up. So
Anakin
young,
in
he's
the
only about
first
18
in
when he
the
has the kid.
in the prequels, he's like looks about 12.
So
Doesn't
it
he?
can't be the same as Phantom Menace if Han Solo's 20, because he'd be like
More Phantom
18.
Menace. No, Phantom
Fucking
Menace
New Hope.
is about 5 or 6 in that. Anakin.
Yeah,
Speed racing.
5 or 6.
Pod
yeah.
racing.
Yeah, whatever.
So if he's 5 or 6 then, but Solo's 20,
Yeah,
and then he's got to grow up and have a kid,
yeah,
Luke,
yeah,
and then Luke's got to grow up.
yeah.
So that's going to be, what, 40 years?
In a galaxy far, far away.
It's going to be old as shit. Maybe,
Darth Maul could be eternal though. He could be 400 years
Yeah,
old.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Darth Maul's probably older, isn't he?
Yeah, he could be 100.
It was
Is
it
there
was
a
different
young
person.
Kenobi in it?
In Han
That
Solo?
might be pretty good. Yeah.
No. There's Lando.
I wonder
Chewie.
Hang on, that-
It shows how he meets. It shows how he meets Chewie, which is quite good.
Yeah.
Um,
Did he go to Kashyyyk?
That's
The
where
Wookiee
Chewie's from.
Wookiee homeworld?
no.
Kashyyyk. Do you know that from playing Battlefront?
No, I know it from reading the books.
It's in the
Shame to
film,
say.
isn't it? It's in one of the films that they go to the Wookiee home planet in the films.
Not
it
in
might
the
be Clone
original.
Wars.
In the original canon.
I think it is. Yeah, the prequels.
It's
one of the
definitely in there
prequels.
because
I think it's
there.
the last prequel.
Is it last
Bowcasters.
one?
Yeah, where he chops up Anakin.
Chop, chop.
I have the high ground.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Anakin! Chop your legs off. He fucking dies him. It's like, you could have just, disabled him. He did disable
Did a pretty
him.
good job of that.
Pretty well disabled him.
Yeah, but I mean, he really, chopped his arms and legs off and kicked him in the lava.
Kicked
He
him
didn't
right
kick
in
him
the
in the
lap.
lava.
No, he just left
He
him there.
just chopped his arms and legs off. He just left him to burn.
And then Padme died.
So it went to the dark side.
Yeah.
Cool.
Padme died. Luke. That's when it ends with them giving birth, don't they, on Tatooine? That's where he meets. He's given to Uncle Owen. Ed Baru.
Yeah, and you're going to get burnt alive.
Yeah. A bit like them fucking meatballs.
Nicely linked in.
Relevant.
This entire episode's been scripted just to get that in, hasn't it?
I don't want to believe that.
Probably a bit thick too. Oh, that's a message. A text message. Oh, it's Tom.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I forgot to say, thanks for telling me about that charity shop. I got Smee Walker Brothers records to add to my collection. Appreciate the tip.
I wonder if he remembered if he had those records already, though, after what he said last time.
Yeah, he's got a problem. Vinyl addiction.
Is he?
Yeah.
He buys things twice.
Yeah.
He needs a vinyl solution.
Yes.
God.
Can I edit that out?
Nazi joke. No, seriously. I was reading about the Nazi party only a couple of days ago.
Right.
Because I can't remember what I was looking for. The acronym. National...
Socialist Workers' Party.
National German.
Alemannia.
National German Socialist Workers' Party, I think it stands for.
The Gunswip.
Yeah, so highly socialist. I thought it'd be interesting to read like some of the manifesto. What was their political? What were they running on?
Have you not got Mein Kampf?
No, I haven't got Mein Kampf.
It's supposed to be quite boring, Mein Kampf, isn't it?
Possibly.
But
Badly written.
Quite a lot, yeah, badly written.
Most of some things in the manifesto was extending the old age pension.
Cool.
Instituting...
Installing the old age pension.
No, boosting it.
Was there an old age pension?
They had some sort of one, yeah, but it wasn't very good. He wanted to make it better. Something to do with universal education, funded education, regardless of class or creed. There's some interesting
was a lie,
ones.
Wasn't it?
Sort of socialist elements to it.
Well, yeah, that's...
And then there was ones about, Jews not being able to own anything. like, that would have been a red
Swing
flag.
and a miss.
If I'd have read that would have been a red flag.
Education for all. Oh, yes. Extend the pension. Murder all the Jews. Jews are not doing anything.
So close.
I think it's called the 25-point plan. There are 25 points.
It's 5 points of good, 20 points of power.
Yeah, pretty much.
No blacks, no Jews.
Cancelling immigration and immediate stop to immigration.
Yeah.
That was one thing.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Something like... nationalising things. They're into that. They want to nationalise things.
Okay, like the railway.
Yeah, that's one that we've heard recently. Well, yeah,
alarm!
They're the socialist elements.
Yeah.
But I just thought it'd be interesting just to look at a manifesto, what they were actually running on when they in like their 20s.
I bet you could find one.
Yeah, well, this is just like a little breakdown. Don't know why I was looking at the Nazi party.
Was after talking to your wife.
No. It's like trying to spot things going wrong before it happens, isn't it? Every empire falls, and you try and look for warning signs in the society and in the discourse, don't you?
I'm amazed it got so far, because a lot of people must have believed exactly what he believed and went with it.
It was the circumstance. It's a lot to do with the circumstances, though, isn't it?
They'd been caned after Versailles.
Yeah.
In fact, there's renegotiation of Versailles is one of the points in the manifesto to get try and get rid of that. So yeah, low public security and things and lack of prosperity.
Well, it was hyperinflation as well, wasn't there? That was like the first. Republic. Yeah, hyper. When they had people getting paid in wheelbarrows of cash.
Yeah, economically they were on the knees.
Yeah.
So that helps to create extreme political parties.
And also one person.
Well, a cult of personality.
Well, one person making all the decisions, basically, when it's more extreme.
I don't think it was like that at the beginning, though.
No, it wasn't. No, eventually he pushed it, and he became he become an emperor. Wasn't an emperor, was he?
I don't think so.
What did he call himself?
Führer.
Yeah, I know, but was it? What does that mean?
Father?
Father, no, it's Vater.
Vater, isn't it? Lead? Is it leader or something?
Maybe something like that.
Gruppenführer. I think it's
It was unique to him, wasn't it? The previous leader of Germany wasn't called the Führer.
No, what was he called?
No, because some of the lower ranks were Führers as well, like
Gruppenführer.
Gruppenführer.
Yeah, my dad used to call my mum that.
That's funny.
So she walked through the door. The Gruppenführer returns.
Just like that fucking skin.
Ja, man, Gruppenführer.
Fucking shut up.
It's funny.
It was funny the first time, but not after 20 years.
Yeah. I remember at least a dozen individual times of him calling my mum the Gruppenführer.
So was it like the perfect storm?
Obeyed.
What was
He was like the perfect storm of
It was the Kaiser.
shittiness.
He was the Kaiser, wasn't it?
Ah, well, that's an imperial.
Yeah,
that's an imperial.
because
title.
it was a.
Kaiser comes from
It
Caesar.
was a load of kingdoms.
Tsar fans.
Because it
Because
Tsar,
it was
Caesar.
separate kingdoms, wasn't it? And then it was unified.
Yeah, they were related to Victoria as well, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, everyone's related to our royal family. If you look,
No, I mean like directly, like granddaughter,
right, okay.
cousin,
but if you look at
grandchildren.
the last emperor, I can't remember the surname, the Tsar. What was the?
Alexander.
Yeah. In Russia, if you look at his face, he looks exactly the same as King George the whatever.
Yeah, they're not photographs though. They're drawings.
No,
The
from
Daguerreotypes.
photographs.
Really?
Yeah, they look similar, and they're related, aren't they?
Yeah, interbreeding. Yeah. In ancient times, like the Ptolemaic Egyptian dynasty interbred brothers and sisters.
I know. Yeah, I've heard that.
That's the dynasty. The Ptolemaic dynasty of Egypt was started after with Alexander the Great. He captured Egypt and all over across to Asia, Iran, all over that lot. And his buddy, who was a fellow pupil of Aristotle, was called Ptolemy. And when Alexander died, Ptolemy was given Egypt to run as like a Persian satrap system. So that he eventually got his own power and called himself the king and pharaoh.
Right.
So he starts the Ptolemaic era dynasty. I don't remember where we're going with the Ptolemaic. He started it, mate of Alexander the Great, and it was finished with Cleopatra. She was the last of the Ptolemaic thing. But they were mad into interbreeding. She didn't want to marry her brother, who was the pharaoh. That's where it all fucking started kicking off.
Wow.
So, why did you get onto Ptolemy? What were you saying?
Incest.
Incest.
Tsars.
Who's incested? Oh, the Tsars. The royal family. Yeah. Yeah, most of the leaders were related to Victoria within a couple of strokes.
Vinegar strength.
Wilhelm, Kaiser Wilhelm, who was seen as a bit of a dunce, he was related to her. Our king was related to her. The Tsar Alexander was related to her.
Yeah, definitely. They look the same.
So.
Dirty bastards.
World War One.
We went backwards.
How?
Führer Kaiser.
Oh yeah, and Kaiser comes from Caesar.
Yeah.
And Tsar. Tsar comes from Caesar as well.
Chaz has died.
Oh.
That comes from Caesar as well.
Chaz.
The Ides of Chaz.
I was never a big fan, to be honest.
No, they were shit, weren't they?
Were they?
They were
I
shit.
You never used to see him.
Yeah, they were on. They were always
Rarely
on. What was that snooker program on Saturday night? Yeah, they were on that a few times. I think they might have done the thing.
If you can sink the pink, you'll win this. Down the brown, and you will win this 32-inch Hitachi TV.
Yeah, Hitachi. What happened to Hitachi?
They make power tools still.
Did they?
Yeah, like Makita and Bosch. Hitachi are a brand.
Any good?
Nah. Well, I had one once, a big 24-volt SGS drill when they were the big NiCad batteries. Everything's lithium ion now.
What's NiCad?
Nickel cadmium.
Very nasty shit.
Neem, which
Nickel
was
metal hydride.
Yeah, that one. Neem.
What's why is lithium better?
Lighter.
It's charged better. It's lighter.
Well, it's weight.
Weight as well.
Yeah. The batteries used to be super heavy, so wear the power tool down. You get fatigue using them. So lighter batteries are always a bonus. Tools are lighter to carry around.
How long's the lithium-ion battery been around then?
10 years more.
Longer than that, yeah. 20
I mean,
years.
in commercial common usage.
Been in camera batteries for a long time.
Nike. Well, I got my first 18 volt Makita when I went self-employed, which was probably 17 years ago.
You went self-employed 17 years ago.
Oh, God.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. 17 years ago, you were a child.
7, 10, no, maybe 13 years ago, and that was NICAD or Neem.
Neem.
So I think in the last 10 years, really, the lithium
it's
has.
pronounced Neve. That's another Irish name.
Yeah, I think the lithiums have been around for about 10 years, but now they're ubiquitous. You can't get the old
No,
batteries
that's what I mean, yeah.
because they're so much more superior.
You heat up quite a lot.
No,
Yeah, in camera flashes they do.
Oh right,
Pretty bad.
I don't notice it with the tools
They do.
particularly.
They do get hot.
I don't think they get any hotter than the previous batteries did. I think they were just as hot than the Neem and NICAD ones.
Does that not mean they're less efficient if they get hot?
Yeah, you're wasting energy through heat rather
Exactly,
than...
that's
Yeah,
right.
conversion of energy cannot be destroyed. Has to go somewhere, doesn't it?
Or created.
Released in heat. That's why LEDs are so efficient.
Conservation.
You put 60 watts into a light bulb. 60 watts into a light bulb, 54 watts are turned into heat, and 6 watts of them are converted into light.
No wonder my house is so cold now. With all my LED bulbs.
Yeah, LED bulbs run cool, so that's why you can touch them. The old halogen bulbs, you try and touch one of them when it's been on.
I've still got
Leave your
packets
fingertips
of
on.
halogen bulbs.
You've got what?
Packets of halogen bulbs in my house still.
They're
Unused.
terrible.
Hoarding.
They're terrible.
Yeah. My dad, before he died, B&Q was selling the GU10s or whatever they are
Yeah.
for like £1. He's going, oh my God, look at these. Pack of 4 for 25p a bulb. Because they used to be really expensive, those
Yeah, when they first came out.
halogen bulbs.
Like 3 or 4 quid each.
So he bought, and he literally got hundreds of them because he had.
He has one fitting with one time.
Because he had
He's
one
got 100,000 years of light.
in the kitchen. I think there's a bank of like 5 and a bank of 4, and then there's 3 in the bathroom.
Right.
Halogen.
So if it's 9 or 12 or something.
But I'm still going through them now, and my
How
dad's
do I use 'em?
my dad's been dead for 7 years.
That's
You save
preparing.
money, on your electric.
I know.
You convert it to LED.
I know, but have they come down to a price where that cost benefit is felt?
Yeah, you can get them for like 150 each now.
Yeah. Why did nobody tell me?
Yeah.
Last time I looked at it was a couple of years ago, and he said they're still £8 each
These were like a tenner each.
because they change colour.
Yeah, and they fade in and out and stuff.
How does it change the colour? How does it
different
produce
colours LEDs? I don't know.
Wavelengths. Different wavelengths of light.
Yeah, I know, but
You excite the electrons.
you're just making that up, aren't you?
No.
So is that
He
really
taught
what-
GCSE physics.
It's all that electron excitement.
So there's one bulb in there, but it's just about the wavelength of the bulb.
Yeah, and there'll be different voltages coming through.
Well, it's
it.
going through the spectrum, isn't it? So it's probably just on a turny
There'll be
switch.
some sort of
Some sort of little dwarf in there. A
Yeah.
sprite.
Will it not be?
There's a sprite in there turning
just
a dial.
transparent gel.
Have you
Like
ever-
Thor created his weapon on Infinity War.
Have you heard of-
Blasted by the sun.
of a homunculus, I think it's pronounced.
Oh, that's some sort of weird person, isn't it? weird little person. Isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, some weird dwarf type
Homunculus.
thing.
But it's like do you know, like on Men in Black, and it's the little
yeah.
tiny alien.
Yeah.
Inside the guy.
That's a homunculus.
Right.
But it's basically when people used to think your brain, or you were driven by a little man or something, basically, or a spirit or something.
That's where the homunculus came from. I thought it's a real thing, isn't it?
No, it was a way of describing something. I think it might be a real thing as well, but it's been used in science and philosophy.
Right. For what purpose?
Well, the reason I know it is because it was the way that working memory was described in psychology. It was a way to criticise it. They're saying it's a homunculus, which is a stupid idea, that you have a separate person driving your...
Isn't it a region of the brain as well?
Pardon?
Wasn't it also a region of the brain?
It might be, I don't know.
A ridge of the brain.
No, it's something to do with the brain. It's something to do with the brain. It's saying the
like
brain...
hippocampus.
So basically your brain is...
Hippocampus.
Hippopotamus.
Yeah, hippocampus.
Hippopotamus.
But yeah.
What's the other guy?
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Was that...
Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords, yeah.
A very small human or humanoid creature.
Yeah.
A microscopic but fully formed human being from which a fetus was formerly believed to develop. So you think you were a homunculus before you became a human?
Right, well, that's not the way it was explained in my textbook.
Wow.
Do you want something from the fridge?
Yeah, but I need to look.
Oh, right, okay.
Pick anything out.
I worked with Clivey Baby this week.
I've not seen... no. Clive fitted my my heating system, and I felt that he left my friend. But he probably doesn't even know who I am.
No, he does.
Yeah, I know he knows.
He knows who you are.
Does he ask about me?
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Right, well, he can come back and do my bathroom then.
This is going to sound weird.
2020, probably.
Right, well, I've got a bit of a waiting list. What's your waiting time? 9 months. That's literally what he said to me when he came to do the central heating.
Yeah.
9 months. All right, that's fine. Because I knew he'd do a good job.
He does a very good.
Not doing well here. Have we managed that?
I don't know. I must have touched it.
Moulin Bay.
Right, you just missed the most amazing 10 minutes.
It was incredible. What a way to celebrate a 50th podcast.
Thanks, Phil.
What did we talk about in the last 10 minutes?
Moulin Bay.
Clive. Well, it's actually quite good.
Clivey Baby.
All of Clive has been edited out.
Clive,
because he probably doesn't want
Well, that's kind of work stuff, isn't it?
Sparkles. Sparkles.
Get him on.
Yeah, he'd be great.
He'd be good.
Yeah.
He'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll ask him. See what he's doing on a Sunday night.
No,
he does bathrooms,
That'd
right?
have to be a Saturday.
Right.
Because he'd just go on, wouldn't he?
Oh shit, yeah.
Just saying going, we'll go in.
Yeah, he'd be
just
good.
started to talk about his life.
Yeah, he's worked everywhere.
Like that weird mechanicking he did in Namibia or something other.
Yeah, he did. Taught mechanics in like Saudi Arabia. It was some weird place.
It was Africa.
It was Africa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was trained as a mechanic because his dad was a mechanic. Greenhouses? Did he have a job doing greenhouses?
He had a business, didn't he? And then he went bust doing something.
Greenhouse, like massive commercial greenhouses.
Hmm.
He's been self-employed for probably 20 years more.
It's only 3 years more than you, Phil.
Yeah, he'd be good to get on.
So he does bathrooms?
Yeah.
Fitting. Right.
Yeah. He'll do anything, pretty much.
I wanted to fit an existing bathroom in a smaller space.
You can do that.
Good.
As long as the utensils fit.
That's what I want.
Well, yeah, but you might as well just get a new shower tray.
We don't get us a bath. It's an expensive
right, okay.
Luxury
set. I had a look at replacing it, and it was expensive. Too expensive.
If it's just on legs or something, or is it like a fitted like a unit?
It's like a unit. It looks like a normal bath.
Just chop the end
double-ended.
Double-ended. That kind of marriage.
No. We've cracked this thing, actually. Oh, well. What is it? Yaman Le Bay.
Moulin Le Bay.
Moulin Le Bay.
No, you have to start it all over again because you have to explain.
I was saying that Moulin Le Bay is
the Greek army's motto.
Is a motto for one part of the Greek army, maybe like the Paras or something.
It just means bring it on, doesn't it?
It means come take them.
Come take them.
Which comes from?
Come take them.
Which comes
Moulin Le Bay is come take them because when Leonidas was defending the hot gates at Thermopylae against
gates.
King Xerxes, he sends his emissary and says, Berxerxes says, I'll make you Leonidas ruler.
Berxerxes.
Berxerxes.
Did he do that on
Berxerxes.
purpose? You just said berxerxes.
I didn't say Berxerxes.
It's gonna be, that should be your wrestler name.
Right that's it.
That's a t-shirt, isn't it?
Berxerxes.
I'm going berxerxes now.
Going fucking Berxerxes. Earring in and out of nose chain.
He freaked me out in that film, actually, berxerxes.
The 300.
Yeah,
it's a bit weird.
His depiction. Yeah.
Well, they made him godlike, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're trying to make him godlike.
He was a god, wasn't he?
No,
Isn't it weird?
man.
Isn't it weird how
There
all
he
the
goes.
gods existed 2,000 years ago and don't exist now? Isn't that weird?
Wait,
What do you mean?
What do you mean they don't exist now?
What do you mean they existed and they don't exist now?
Well,
They
like,
only came about in
yeah, that's what I mean.
first tales with it. Well, maybe something catastrophic happened 2,000
Well,
years
I mean,
Like the Egyptian
all
gods.
the yeah, that's what I mean.
Fucking long.
All the relevant ones.
all the real ones.
Yes.
Ahura Mazda. That's a good one.
The Stairmaster.
Just cars now.
Yeah, that's where I presume that's
Mazda.
where Mazda got the name from. Ahura Mazda, I think, is the deity. I think it was the deity
Shinto.
in the original Persian religion.
All right.
Yeah. Do you remember when those people were being genocided on Sinjar Mountain? What were
No.
they called in Iraq?
Must have missed that.
Sinjar Mountain.
Recently. Yeah.
The Yazidi.
Yazidi. The Yazidis. Do you remember there was that humanitarian crisis about 4 years ago, and they were trapped up the mountain,
Yep.
and they were being attacked by the Iraqis.
I couldn't just remember the name.
They were trying to exterminate them, and they have
They
an
gassed them,
ancient.
didn't they?
A Christian.
Oh,
I think they
time.
gassed them, yeah.
It predates Christianity.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's an ancient thing,
almost
isn't it?
pagan
Right.
type religion.
Yeah,
It's one of
nice.
the oldest extant religions.
I remember that's why
they
the
tried
peop-
to wipe them off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's why all the lefties were after saving them.
I think everyone was after saving them.
Yeah, I know, it was a joke. But
There was a cultural reason for it as well.
Yeah, because it was the religion or the culture was so old, basically.
Yeah. Really interesting.
So,
So the Roman gods, the Roman religion was like that.
Yeah,
who was the first god?
exactly. Who knows?
Capetal.
Quetzalcoatl.
That's the one.
Quetzalcoatl was
Actually-
the plumed serpent.
Ooh.
That comes from
Garden of Eden.
Mayans, isn't it?
My
One of the ancient South American cultures.
Incans.
Yeah, but the
Incans.
Mayans aren't as old as the Egyptians, are they? I think
No.
the Mayans are quite recent, aren't they?
Fairly recent, yeah.
Well, I mean, like-
600 AD.
What's that one in Moana?
That's Hawaii, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it Hawaii?
Well,
I bet Hawaii has some sort of ancient religious.
Oh, yeah, totally.
isn't that one of the last? Because they think it went the other way across the Pacific.
Oh, Easter Island heads. That must be an old.
Yeah,
an old
that'd be an odd one. And
god
they go
dude.
all the way down. They have bodies.
They've got bodies.
Yeah.
Is that was
They're
that just a
buried.
meme?
Yeah, I mean,
No, they're buried.
no, it's not. It's not ancient. That's this.
No, I'm
millennium.
just saying they have bodies.
That's
the heads.
AD, not BC.
Yeah, I think that's AD.
Yeah, definitely AD.
Yeah.
In the last 1,000 years,
Yeah.
at least.
Wow,
Maybe
really?
even the last 500 years.
So that was just happening while we were having the Industrial Revolution
Yeah.
and stuff.
No. It's older than that. It's older than the Industrial Revolution.
Egypt.
Egypt's one of the oldest.
Egypt's one of the
and
old-
Sumerian.
well,
The way they explain Easter Island, if you're interested, is what is the one that's all the little dotty islands?
Moai, they're called, aren't they?
Are they called Moai?
Yeah, the Easter Island heads.
Oh, right. No,
Moai.
what was this? What is the collective name for all the little islands?
Archipelago.
No, that's a chain
Just
of
any
islands.
islands.
You mean like the Philippines?
Yeah. Well, there's a set in the islands in the South Pacific, and what are they called?
Like the Saint
South
Virgin
Pacific
Islands or
Islands.
something?
Well, no.
I don't know.
It's like the people that live there are called something, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Right?
Giant stone head guys. I'll find out.
But anyway, as
go on.
part of their culture, so what they used to do was that this is, I think they still talk about it now in the Pashtun tradition.
Polynesian.
That's it. They used to send people off in a boat as like a rite of passage, or a really brave person would go out and sail, and they were in the they were like and they would sail, and the wind would take them, and they would find a new island, and then if they could get back, they could get back when the winds changed. So they waited for the winds to change from whatever, blowing east to west, west to east, and that would happen summer and autumn or whatever. And they went out and they found, and that's how all of those Polynesian islands in the South Pacific got populated, and that's how they think Easter Island got populated. But because it was so remote,
it was late.
It developed its own culture. Wow. And when they got there, it was a forested island.
It's deforested. Don't they think that's what killed them?
Yeah, so they ran out of resources, and then. But there are people there. There's people there that are
related to, so they did survive.
Yeah,
they didn't die
in
out
a small
completely.
pocket, but they didn't. When the Spanish, was it the Spanish who got there first?
Dunno.
I think it was from what I remember watching. The Spanish got there first, or it might be some English guy, and some people came and they just didn't know why. Though they couldn't tell them why those heads were there. Basically,
wow.
So it had been gone.
The knowledge had been lost. Yeah. The oral tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that the area of Rapa Nui, Easter Island, is 6,666 hectares, numerology fans.
Wow. It's interesting. Well, it's pretty random.
Coinkydink.
Yeah.
432.
It's just random, isn't it?
232, is it? 3. What's the number? 43. Yeah, 432. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. I was just thinking, what is that? Do stonemasons do a weird symbol in stones when they make something?
Yeah, it's a compass and set square.
Something like that. Something like that. I keep seeing on stones that are on. In fact, there's one near where I live in my city.
My city.
It's kind of like that, and I've seen it on loads.
3 dots in a line.
What stones are you seeing them on?
In walls. It's normally sandstone.
Old walls?
Probably from the beginning of the century, Victorian. I've seen them also on York stone. So I've seen that on a curbstone.
Right.
I can't remember if it's like that. And then I've seen them in walls.
I've never noticed anything like that.
I have. Loads of times.
It's like a maker's mark.
It might be.
I don't think I've ever noticed it like that.
3 dashes and a greater than.
Oh.
Or a less than, whichever way you're looking at it.
No, I've not noticed that. I shall keep an eye out.
I'll show you it next time we're out.
Mason's marks. If that's what it is. We got a beaver emergency.
Beaver emergency. We need a theme tune for that.
And then you had an argument about the beaver emergency.
The beaver leader is leaving.
Beaver leader. What is the beaver leader called? Not like Arcala for the Scouts.
Oh no, she has a Christian name.
Shia Khan.
Dave.
yeah, Mohammed. No, they're not called like Shia Khan, Baloo, Bagheera.
That's rubbish. Isn't it?
Anymore.
No, maybe in Cubs, because they were in Cubs, but this one isn't.
Yeah.
She's leaving anyway, so they need a volunteer to take over.
Are you stepping up?
Am I fuck? I've got time. I've been volunteered. Well, a couple of people have said I thought you'd be up for it, or you'd be suited to that, and I just said I haven't got time to do it. I quite enjoy it. I think I could do it, but I haven't got time.
Teaching kids how to roll a fag.
Yeah.
Just got a bag of pegs and a long rope. Do you have that?
Yeah. Jumps, duck.
So you all stand in a big circle, and Roy gets a bag of pegs on the end of a rope.
You recruited paedophile. He has to have a moustache.
Balding. And he swings the pegs bag round, and you have to jump. And time you jumped, and the bag gets. If the bag hits you, you're out.
Yeah, and it gets
and the
higher
circle
and higher.
gets smaller and smaller.
Thinking about it, how the fuck did he not collapse in like a ball of dizziness?
He used to go back round his hands.
Did he?
He used to swing it round with one hand and grab it with the backhand.
Scoutmaster
That's
skills.
skills, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
That's 30 years of child.
No, didn't he get stopped because he was having it off with someone's mum?
Yeah.
It's the proper way to do it.
I know whose mum. I just weren't going to say.
I was told my
That's all we
mum.
know.
Yeah. High school.
About 10 years after we finished
tell me
Scouts, just saying that I think I must have been drunk at Christmas or something, saying, "Oh yeah, Scouts." It was just basically all the other Scout leaders were just shagging each other's wives, weren't they?
Keys in a bottle style or unconscionable.
I can remember. I can remember.
Unquestionably.
I can remember going to
Delightful.
one.
Oh, Kayla, you look ravishing this evening.
We're going to one.
It's like a fairy convention, isn't it? Just as a wolf and a black panther and what's Baloo, a bear?
Baloo was the bear.
Baloo.
Yeah. Like a fairy thing.
Bit of Baloo.
You wouldn't want to be Mowgli. You'd be just in the nuddy.
Yeah, wearing a loincloth.
Yeah, in a loincloth.
A groin in a loincloth.
I didn't like the remake of The Jungle Book.
I thought it was all right.
I didn't like the songs. I wish they hadn't done the songs.
It wouldn't have been as good as. It was never going to be as good as the Disney's 60s, whatever, was it?
Classic.
It's top 5 Disney, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Top 3 Disney. What are the top 5 Disney films?
Ever.
Yeah.
Are you going classic?
Bedtimes and broomsticks.
What are the best 5 Disney films ever made?
My personal favourite is the original Jungle Book
Yeah.
film.
That's solid.
I had it on VHS and I wore that fucker out over and over again.
Can I make a suggestion for the top 5?
On?
Robin Hood.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
the anime.
I loved Robin Hood.
I wore the VHS out on that.
Did you?
We just animated.
Was that not a 70s one?
Oh, Moxie, sing that sweet tune to me again.
You sound like
I didn't watch it as much as you.
Herbert, whatever his name is, from
No, it's
Family
the
Guy.
sheriff. The sheriff. Sheriff of Nottingham.
I had that.
Don't forget to stretch your creamy hands.
I had Jungle Book, Cinderella, Fantasia.
You had Cinderella?
Yeah.
Was it your sister's?
No, I got. I think my auntie must have bought me like a
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. But that
Because Baloo is Little John.
Yeah, but that is
Same guy.
not what it looked like.
No, that's been digitally remastered.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, that's
in the 70s. It was a 70s.
It was
film.
scratchy.
Was it not a 70s film? That
60s, I think.
60s.
I think it was 60s. Yeah.
I can remember. Watching,
Oh, little lady!
I can remember watching Cinderella over and over again. Cinderella.
Never seen it.
Yeah, no. I think I just watched it because I
Oodle lally, golly, what a day.
Because I got bought it. I had that, and I can just remember watching Jungle Book with Cinderella.
Aladdin.
I was just going to say Aladdin had been my top 5.
Yeah, Aladdin definitely.
Number 1 reason is Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes the film, doesn't he?
Yep.
Because who's the prince and the princess?
A whole new world.
They're making a live version of that, you know.
Are they?
Right.
Yeah.
The genie.
That'd be good. I think. Disney will make a good job of that.
Well,
The whitewash.
well, no, they're not. They've made a point of getting like
Casting actual genies. The Arabic.
Yeah.
They've cast. What would you call it? Culturally sensitive casting.
What's this?
Maybe.
Is this pink?
Oh, yeah, I got some pink gin.
Why? How's
yeah.
it pink?
Does anyone want any pre-cooked bacon?
I'll have a go. I'll see what it tastes like. It's got a bit of a. Is it grapefruit? It's a bit. It smells a bit fruity.
My glass is full of fruit.
Well, this smells fruity. So what's it got in it?
Some sniff. Got me all factory around it.
Ollie Factory.
Is that one of the Olivers, you know?
Huh?
Is that one of the Olivers, you know? Ollie Factory.
No.
Are you actually eating it? Fuck's sake.
It tastes a bit like plastic.
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Raspberry and strawberry. The tang of red currant.
Can I make it? Putting a tonic in. Can I make another suggestion for top 5 Disney films?
Yeah.
The Aristocats.
Oh, yeah.
My sister's like that.
Everybody
Stop eating on the podcast.
Sorry.
Because the cat's the only cat who knows how to swing. No?
Yeah.
Thomas O'Malley. Do-do-do-do.
My sister's
O'Malley
loved it.
the alley cat.
I'd go with Ben and say bed knobs and broomsticks. If that's Disney.
I have
Disney
a
enough?
real problem with live action Disney films.
No, because I correct you there.
No.
Because there's it's one of those where there's cartoons and live action.
Yeah. Live action.
Who Framed Roger
live
Rabbit?
action.
Yeah, so you saying you frame Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like Roger Rabbit?
No, I went into that film at all.
Did you like Space Jam?
Nope.
Well, Space Jam was shit, wasn't it?
No, I think the best ones are animated. Pure animation.
Pure.
What's a recent good Disney film?
Pure animation.
Beauty and the Beast made like $2 billion.
Oh, the live action one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Is it any good?
No, I don't know. I didn't like. I've
You
never
didn't watch it?
No. I've not watched the. I don't like musicals.
Mary
Although I like
Poppins.
Jungle Book.
Poppins.
Sherry Bobbins.
Mary
Yeah,
Poppins.
Mary Poppins and remade that.
Princess Diaries. You
Never
like
seen
that?
it.
You never seen Mary Poppins, even as a child?
Nope.
Oh, Philip.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to watch it
Not because you're not a puff.
because it's live action Disney. Just went
Hocus
into it.
Pocus. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No.
If you do you know what it is basically?
Sister Act. Sister Act's a Disney film.
The more you
So,
take it back, basically everything's funded by Disney. Disney owning everything.
Do they?
Oh,
Well,
the
they own
Santa
Marvel,
Claus.
don't they?
Yeah.
Disney on. That's only recent though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Disney on Marvel.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was a good live action Disney film.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. And that one, the other one, The Avengers.
Right.
Have you watched the latest Avengers film?
Infinity War, yeah.
That was good.
The Rocketeer.
Oh, the
I
Rocketeer.
didn't like
love
that either.
I
didn't
like
like
that
it.
film.
Apparently, you said the Ant-Man has a tie-in with the last Avengers film
Only after the credits.
after the credits. Yeah. So, yeah. So you think that Ant-Man is somehow going to be involved in Infinity War as part of the?
Avengers 4.
No, it'll be the Wasp.
No,
Why?
the Ant-Man.
Oh, is Wasp dead?
Spoilers. Flight of the Navigator, for fuck's sake.
Didn't like that either.
You didn't like
What?
Oh my god!
Goonies? Is Goonies Disney?
I've not seen it yet. No.
You haven't seen Goonies?
No, actually, no.
You're up to F.
Sean Austin was in the Goonies, wasn't he? Samwise in Lord of the Rings. I think he was in the Goonies.
Was he?
I think so.
Mighty
I don't
Ducks.
think he was.
Not Carrie Ells. Corey Feldman. Is it?
It's Corey Feldman was in it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in it.
No.
Samwise.
Maybe his brother or something.
No.
I think
Samwise. No. Was he? Which one was he then? He's not. He's not
the main
Chuck.
character. Sean Austin was the main little boy.
Yes, you're right. I think.
Yeah.
Before he got fat, wasn't it?
Yeah. And his older brother. Did his older brother save the day?
His older brother is.
He was always working out.
Josh Brolin,
Yeah.
who is the main baddie in
Cable.
was Cable, and he's
What's
also
Galvatron.
Galvatron.
With the gauntlets. What's it called?
Is it?
Thanos.
Thanos. Galvatron.
That's Transformers.
I thought that was...
Leonard Nimoy.
No, that's not who I thought it was.
Tyra Banks.
That guy.
Leonard Nimoy.
Hellboy guy.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sons
so
of
it was
Anarchy.
him.
Do you know there's a new
Clay
Hellboy
Morrow.
coming?
Yeah, and it's the guy from Stranger Things.
It's the guy from Stranger Things.
In the Transformers the movie, Galvatron was voiced by Leonard Nimoy.
Ah.
That's where Leonard Nimoy came from.
Only recently dead.
And the main baddie...
He was in Fringe.
He
Yeah.
was in Fringe. The main baddie was voiced by Orson Welles.
Yes,
Awesome.
I remember. And
Unicron.
And that's a trivia often a trivia question, isn't it? About Orson Welles being Transformers.
86, I think that film came out.
Yeah, because must be something around about that time when Orson Welles needed some fucking money, because there's loads of films that he was offered and agreed to that he didn't make. Because I read something today that he wasn't in. Somebody was trying to sell a script for a 14-hour film of June.
Oh, yes! I'd watch that.
Oh, June.
Frank Herbert.
Yeah. Shit.
14 hours. The treatment was,
that'd be
apparently.
Ace. Split
Yeah, but they'll split that
films?
up into 8 trilogies. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, no, it might have been like Once Upon a Time in America. That's 4.5 hours long.
Oh,
The
that's in that.
directors. You've never seen Once Upon a Time in America?
No, he's in that.
James Cameron, Robert De Niro.
James Cameron. He's a director, isn't he?
Not James Cameron. Is he called James Cameron? The ginger one.
The director of Terminator.
Called James something.
The Adventurer.
He's not James Cameron.
Once Upon a Time in America. So it's got him.
Look it up.
De Niro.
It's a brilliant film. It's basically follows them.
Is it when De Niro was good? Like around Casino?
It's early 80s.
Right. So not Meet the Fuckers.
No.
He'll make fucking anything now.
No,
won't
so
he, De
basically
Niro?
when
Fuck me.
it's
How do
really
you go
famous.
from Taxi Driver to Meet the Fuckers?
I think it's Sergio Leone. Have you heard of him? He made
Sergio?
spaghetti westerns.
No.
So I think he might have made A Fistful of Dollars. That might be wrong. And
Did he make the Antonio Banderas one?
No, and I think he did that. Robert Rodriguez.
Robert, that's him, yeah.
This changes colour from blue to green to yellow under the lights.
Everything does.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's
what light does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
See electrons.
They're excited.
Yeah. Sorry, Matt. Sorry.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I can't
About
remember.
Robert Rodriguez. Who's a spaghetti western?
Sergio Leone. Yeah. If you want to watch a really good film, watch all 4.5 hours of
Once
Upon a Time in America, and it follows them from childhood to adulthood and then old age. Brilliant.
Have you ever seen Casino?
No.
That's a good film.
Yeah.
Sharon Stone, De Niro.
Yeah, it was the follow up. Well, not follow up, but it was billed as a follow up to the Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
To the Goodfellas.
You've seen Goodfellas.
Yes.
The
Joe Pesci.
Yep.
You think I'm funny?
the pinnacle.
Punk. Huh?
It's the pinnacle of gangster films, isn't
The
it?
Goodfellas.
The Goodfellas.
The Goodfellas. You think that's the best gangster film?
I would say so. Yeah.
I would vote for Godfather Part 2.
No.
Or Godfather Part 1 over Goodfellas.
I enjoyed Goodfellas more. I think it's got more heart.
I'd say the opposite.
I would say the Godfather Part 2 has more artistry.
And Part 1 for me.
And Part 1, yeah. Plus it's got Marlon Brando, like,
Yep.
you know, the greatest method actor ever. Or...
You want to come here on a day of my daughter's wedding?
You want to come in my mouth?
You want to give me an oral cream pie?
That's what Phil Googles.
Oh, Donnie Brasco, that was it. That's what I was trying to think of.
Either.
That's Al Pacino, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that for me is the deciding factor between Goodfellas and Godfather, who's Al Pacino.
Because he's in it.
Yeah, I think that's what swings me to Godfather rather than Goodfellas. Goodfellas is the most instant gratification, more enjoyable experience to watch. I'd agree with you there. But I think you can go back.
Your mum's a fuck.
You can go back and watch The Godfather 10 times and see different things. I think it has more depth.
To be fair, when you mentioned Goodfellas, I completely forgotten about Godfather.
Right. All right. Okay.
So you probably changed my mind.
Yeah.
And I
They're
probably
up there.
if I wasn't had 3 beers, I'd probably say Godfather Part 2. Same.
Would you class Scarface as a gangster film?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be in my top 5 as well. I love
Oh,
Scarface.
top 5. Are we going for top 5 now?
Well, that was,
I don't think I've seen 5 gangster films.
What was it? Just the best? Yeah, it was the best. Well, if it were top 5, I'd have Scarface in there. I love that film. I love the soundtrack and the 80s vibe in it.
Yeah.
Are we just going Italian gangster movies? Or can I have like Lahane and
that's why I said Scarface, because that's Cuba. It's Cuba and Venezuela.
That's a gangster film, isn't it? That's a
what were you saying?
Old Boy. It's fucking great.
I've not seen that.
Yakuza.
Oh.
Is it not Korean, that one?
Yeah. Then the director's Korean.
Is it?
Plus you'd have to throw in...
Is it setting Japan then?
It's an Oriental gangster film.
Yakuza is Japan.
Yeah, Japan, yeah. And Triads are Chinese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what
the Korean gangsters are.
That's why we need Tom.
Yeah,
he would know.
Yeah. Phone in.
Plus you'd have to throw in the English gangster films like Lock, Stock.
Oh, you wouldn't. You can leave them alone.
I mean, they would be in your choice.
They'd be in the sphere of options.
Yes. Yeah. I wouldn't have one in my top 5.
Do you know what I liked? The layer cake, I thought was really good.
The layer cake was good.
The layer cake.
Yes.
Was a good
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I thought that was a good gangster film.
It was a good English gangster film. Was it Guy Ritchie?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah?
No. Matthew Vaughn, who was a protege. I think he might have been the producer of Lock, Stock.
Did you see Guy Ritchie's King Arthur film?
Oh, that was such a fucking hot mess. It was awful.
Stinky, wasn't it? Stinky film. Did you see it, Ben?
No.
Oh, you're lucky. It's got Charlie Hunnam as the main guy from Sons of Anarchy. And he can't act.
No, he's hammy as fucking.
He couldn't act in Sons of Anarchy.
No.
I don't know how he got the lead in that.
No, he was awful in that, wasn't he?
And he cast him in it. I thought, fuck me.
It's the same way that the guy who got, what was his name?
Christian Ziegler.
No, the one who played
German winger.
He played Darth Vader, Anakin.
Christian Verdi.
What was his name?
Hayden Christensen.
No, it wasn't Christian Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
That's it, Hayden Christensen, wasn't it? He was an awful actor.
I don't think he ever recovered, did he, from Star Wars?
He got his own start of a trilogy, but he fucked that up as well, basically. He was awful in that.
Right. Yeah, I think he's retired now. I don't think he acts anymore.
I don't think he's retired. I think he just doesn't get
he's been fired by the
scripts anymore, consensus. Basically.
I wonder how he got the Star Wars gig then.
George Lucas. George Lucas wanted him, basically. And he had that much... Well, because it was
Lucas was still the boss in the...
Was Weinstein involved?
Oh, God.
No, thankfully.
I saw a video of him. A reporter released a video that she'd taken on a computer when she was having a business meeting with him. Fucking hell, it's creepy.
It's nasty.
It's creepy, but what's weird is she never stops him. She sort of goes along with it.
It's difficult.
It's a difficult situation. I'm not victim blaming or anything. I just thought she didn't have the confidence to just fucking say no. And you could almost make an argument that she led him on in some ways with some of the things she said.
Phil, you're just annoyed she didn't run a screwdriver through the side of his neck.
Well, that would have saved us a job, wouldn't it? Yeah. But it was really weird. If that's what business meetings are like, that's fucking weird place.
I think it's power. But the thing is then...
Yeah, she's trying to sell him something at the time. It's like a pitch.
That's what I mean. And then I'm going to say, I don't think I can say this and have it recorded. So I'm not going to say it.
I can always cut it out.
150. Cut this out. I think...
Yeah, office politics. Do you have an office Christmas party? They were notorious, wasn't they?
I didn't go to the one last year.
Do you know what the worst is? When your office Christmas party is in January.
Why would you do that?
Because people do it to save money.
What do you mean?
They do it in the new year, so like on the 10th of January when it's cheap.
Save money on what?
On the office party.
Fucking paying. Because it's miles cheaper.
What do you mean you go out for a meal or something?
Oh yeah, no one has
party.
No one has a party in the office anymore. It's
no, that's what I was talking about.
No,
shagging on the photocopier.
On the photocopier, no. Doesn't happen. I don't think it ever happened. It might have done.
But it's cultural.
I used to work with
party.
about. I'm going to start there. About 15 years ago, I used to work with a woman who was about 60, 65.
Yeah.
And she said she used to manage a team working for the local council. And then on a Friday, she would bring in a bottle of red wine and they'd all sit down and have a drink for the last couple of hours.
Really?
And obviously everyone would be smoking in the office as well at the same time.
That's nice.
This is probably, in the 70s or something?
30, 40 years before, she said.
Wow. Yeah, you won't get away with drinking at work now in an office, would you?
No. Although a lot of lecturers try to get away with it.
Do they?
Yeah.
In their chambers? In their office?
In the called chambers.
In the chambers?
They're called barristers.
No, the lecturers. At some posh university, would a lecturer have chambers to go to?
Maybe.
With a fireplace.
They have accommodation, don't they, some of them? They live on...
Accommodations by chambers.
Maybe, yeah. They probably do, actually.
So no office parties. You go out for a meal then, instead?
Yeah, so what I was saying is that...
They won't fund it.
So rather than, paying £1,000 to rent a room, they pay...
Because everyone wants a week.
Yeah.
That week, the price is triple because everyone wants a table
exactly,
Christmas week.
Yeah.
That's why they do it.
Yeah.
Right. So you have office Christmas party in January. That's sad, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been on one of those.
You don't go to them. How many work in your office?
No idea.
What, that many? Like hundreds?
No, not hundreds. I'd probably say 30 or 40 people in my entire service.
Wow.
In your service?
Not my service. They just don't know it's my service yet.
How many's in your office?
20.
In your office, but in the entire
in my
company,
office,
10,000. Isn't it 10,000 employees for your conglomerate?
Probably loads, yeah. It's Skynet or Omnicorp.
I think the NHS is the largest single employer in the world, isn't it?
It's quite close. It's got
Tesco.
I think it's got. Isn't there not somewhere around 1 million people?
Yeah, 1 million.
I bet there's more than that work for Tesco.
No,
in the
north.
No,
it's the NHS.
I think it's the NHS
because the NHS is basically 100 billion, isn't it? It's funded 120 billion.
It's like the annual budget.
The Red Army.
It seems like
it's more now, actually.
The Red Army, the Chinese Army.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going in the world.
Yeah.
I reckon it's Red Army.
Red Army. they have 1 million soldiers, don't they?
Does it count if it's a communist country?
Asda.
Is it Asda?
Walmart.
Because of Walmart.
2.3 million.
That doesn't really count because it's parent companies and stuff. I mean, direct employer. I would say the NHS is the biggest direct employer.
In the UK.
Well, definitely in the UK.
Yeah.
Compass Group in the UK.
What do they
Private
do?
and semi-public companies. Oh, right.
Semi.
Yeah.
It's public companies, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't include public companies.
You technically work for the NHS, don't you?
Compass Group.
I do work for the NHS. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've joined 30 years too late.
To get a good pension.
Yeah. I have to pay for my pension now.
What do you mean?
That's what.
Pay for it.
That's what the real word's like.
Yeah, you have to.
Like me and Ben will have to.
And it's not a final salary either.
You pay in, they pay in, and then you get, if you're lucky, you get it at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Public
retiring
sector
on getting a 90 grand payout, and
public sector pensions have moved more in line with private pensions.
Basically, yeah, that was the whole argument, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why they changed them.
Yeah. I don't think that's
Is that right?
daft.
1.4 million in the NHS.
Fucking hell. 1.4 million.
1.4 million. Do you know, they could probably get rid of 0.4 million if they just digitised everything rather than... Last time I went to the hospital, granted it was about 3 or 4 years ago. No, there was people pushing round in trolleys paper files of notes.
Wow.
Do you know,
could they not have been historical records?
Yeah, they are. Of course they are.
Red Army's 2.3.
Fucking hell.
But they were trying to build a national health record system.
Yeah.
So you could just access anybody on it.
Yeah, it went tits, didn't it?
they spent £1 billion on it, apparently, over like 10 years.
On an IT system.
And then on an IT system, and then mothballed it. Basically said, no, this is just like hemorrhaging money on it, basically.
Oh, I thought it tried to institute it and it had failed.
No. Well, yeah, there was that. They started testing it and stuff. But basically, just to cut the losses after £1 billion.
How hard can it be to build a fucking database?
Very hard.
If it was, if it's
because
unique,
we like money.
If it's
unique,
free
money.
Well, the thing is
government's paying.
Everyone wants different things from it, or needs different. So
it's just like a file organising system, is it not?
So like
raw data.
My service, my service, database. My type of service in the NHS is run across. Yeah. It's run across the country.
(open brackets 2 + 9 b squared).
VLOOKUP.
Go on, NHS.
My service is run across the country.
It's your service now, is it?
Yeah. The service I work for is run across the country. England only. But there's 3 different databases that this one service would use. Probably more, actually. There's 3 that I know about.
You think they'd just link them all together, wouldn't you?
In fact, that's in the Northwest, actually, because I only know people who work for Northwest services.
Mm-hmm. Have you got the same people on these 3 databases?
No. So if you move from one CCG to another, clinical commissioning group to another, you would, or it's mainly done on GP surgeries. So if you're not in the GP clustering or the right area, you would have to go to a different service.
Okay.
I put some flat pack furniture up today. On Thursday. Bunk beds for the boys.
Nice.
Eldest has been asking for bunk beds for ages, so I got these bunk beds and they were a fucking nightmare.
IKEA?
No, IKEA stuff's good.
Yeah.
IKEA flat pack stuff's good. Never had a problem with IKEA. I've put fucking loads of it together. Yeah. This was some. I'm not going to say what's its name. It's a French company. I can't remember.
Renault.
Yes, Citroën.
Peugeot.
Stella
How do you think they pronounce Peugeot in French?
Peugeot. PSA, they say.
Peugeot.
Because it's part of a group, part of a bigger group in France.
My dad used to call it the Peugeot. We'll get in the Peugeot 405. I remember when he put a spoiler on it.
So do I.
Nice. 405.
That cost like 130 quid at the time. That spoiler.
It's like £10,000.
Yeah, it's a big deal at our house. Getting a spoiler on the Peugeot.
Yeah. Get some downforce.
Some downforce on the back end for that.
And it was a front wheel drive car.
2 litre diesel or something it was. I think it was
70 horsepower.
Everything was petrol in the 90s, wasn't it? Leaded.
Apparently it was like driving a tank because there was no power steering.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Heavy car.
Did your brother reverse that into a Ballard?
No, that was a Rover 200.
Was it?
Rover 400, because at the time, you might know this.
What's a car, that?
Aerospace had a deal with Rover, and aerospace employees could get
had a Rover, didn't
great deals on Rovers. Yeah, that was the only new car we ever had through my childhood. Was that new lease car from Aerospace?
Do you know they had a Datsun Sunny at that time, or Datsun Cherry? Datsun Cherry was the bigger one, wasn't it? Like
it looked like a cherry on wheels.
Then we moved on to a Vauxhall Cavalier Estate.
Oh,
very
sexy.
Square. That was like, as a child might draw a car with a box and
then 2 wheels.
In the front, yeah. We had a Mitsubishi something, maybe a Lancer.
Really, Lancer?
Yeah. A Sigma.
They used to make the supercar Lancer, didn't they?
Yeah, the Evo. But it wasn't one of them.
I think I might have said this before, but my dad said he was going to learn to drive. Then I was born. And he didn't, because he didn't have enough money.
Oh, man.
But it's alright, he loved me.
Yeah.
Why didn't you learn to drive like in the preceding 30 years?
Because it was a joke, Phil.
Oh.
That's how I lived my life. with like harsh comedy. That's why I do harsh comedy.
I was at my uncle's the other day, and in his garage he has a Lancia Monte Carlo.
What, a rally car?
Yeah.
No, Stratos. Lancia Stratos.
Monte Carlo. It was a rally car, I think.
Nice.
In bits.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they worth a fortune?
Yeah.
I think he bought it for like 500 quid or something for some guy in London when he was working in London like 20 years ago. And like, yeah, if you sold the panels, you'd probably get that now. Oh, that reminds me. If anyone listening has any instrument panels for a Volvo 343 from around 1979, I need 8 of them.
Why?
Because
He's got a project.
Are you going to put a rev meter in the...
my next big project is Han Solo on the wall. I want to make his carbonite.
Oh, is that what it was made
base.
from?
Yes.
And the carbonite slab has 8 instrument panels. One has lights in it. They have lights in it. Do you remember the panels on the side of the carbonite? Yeah. They are the instrument panels from a Volvo 343.
And what will you do? Will you like just plug it in or something?
Spray them. Well, yeah, spray them to match the rest of the finish, and then one of them has the LEDs and the switches in the like life sign meter.
I'll tell you what, a
That's what they
Volvo
used.
343. There was a guy, a teacher at our school, who famously
Wallace?
lived at the school.
Lived at the school.
No, that was the thing. They used to say he lived
did
and
he?
he lived in the school. Yeah,
What was his name?
Mr.
He used to ask
I know
me.
his
He
name.
used to
Not
ask
Mr.
me.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Wallace.
Oh, is that Wallace?
No, it was
Mr. Kelly was based on Wallace. Wallace was based on Mr. Kelly, was he not?
allegedly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the character
Oh shit! I never
with
knew
the green
that.
tank top.
Yeah. I did
I
not.
never
know
heard that rumour.
No,
I think it's
because
true.
Nick Park went.
Went to our school.
Cut that out. 207. Write that down.
It's like 1,000 kids a year, isn't it? I did a job near Stratford Drive, near Aaron's mum and dad. And
Fucking eBay, mate.
no, it's a 340.
343.
Have you read the listing? He's breaking that up,
Oh, have you had a
so
look?
you can't. You have to ask him how much for each part, and he'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
£5 for a car, but you ask him how much these panels will be.
Well, plus he's going to be like a tenner, isn't it?
You only need to
I need 8
So,
of them.
£15.
Where
I
do you
need
need
8 of them. 4 down each side.
Cruiser car here for £1,000. Have that.
Smash it up on your drive.
This house on Stratford Drive, I did this job for him, and on the wall, she had a hand-drawn Nick Park caricature birthday message,
No way.
and she was related to him. He was like her nephew or something, or a great nephew.
Yeah, because he's obviously the only reference is the dog in is it the third film, third Wallace and Gromit. The dog's called Preston.
The bulldog. You're right. Yeah, lives in America now.
Obviously, that's where the money is.
Yeah,
Now you see, I quite liked
Chicken Run.
Well, Chicken Run was amazing, but I quite liked. Was it called Pirates? Something. Have you ever watched that
Pirates
film?
of the Caribbean.
No, it's an anime. It's a
Aardman.
yeah, and I
No, I
can't
don't
remember.
know
I
which
can't
one you're
remember.
talking
I can't remember if it's CGI made to look like stop motion, or if it is
I think it all is like that now, isn't it?
yeah, rather than just being stop motion.
Yeah.
But it's a really good film, and it never got.
What's it called?
I can't remember.
Oh.
It's like pirates and a really stupid sentence after it, a funny sentence.
I like the train scene on the Wrong Trousers.
Yeah.
Where Gromit is on the train and
They
he's getting
peaked,
the
didn't
toy
they?
train.
Like the first one, apparently, was when he went to real university in London, and he probably went to a real university anyway because he's obviously super talented. And it was his dissertation. He made it as like
Really?
a fight. His first bit was like a few minutes, and he went, Nick, I think you're onto something here. Just make it 20 minutes, and it took him like 15 years to make something stupid.
For his dissertation?
Well, his dissertation
was the first chunk.
Yeah, like a few minutes, and then you're onto something here. And then
because it was all proper stop motion. He did it on his own, I think.
Yeah. And then,
that's where they go to the moon, isn't it? And it's made of cheese.
And they make cheese, and they get cheese.
Wensleydale,
because they run out of Wensleydale, don't they?
Right. Yeah, something about the moon, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called, that first Wallace and Gromit film. Wrong Trousers was probably the best sequel of all time.
Yeah.
Godfather.
In terms of a sequel being better than the original film.
Godfather?
No, not that strong.
Hot Shots Part 2.
Star Wars.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Star Wars. I would say that The Wrong Trousers comparatively is better than the first Wallace film than Empire is to Star Wars.
Have you managed to get your eldest into Star Wars yet?
No. Not tried.
I bet if you showed him the first one, he might be into it. Do you think he's maybe a couple more years?
He's into Fortnite now.
Oh, man.
No, I don't know. What do you mean? Go back and show him the original 3?
It's just the original one and see if he's into it. See if he likes it.
Yeah, maybe too old for him yet. At 6. Nearly 7. I'm thinking I probably wasn't that young when I got into Star Wars. I was probably more 10, 11 when I got into Star Wars.
Yeah.
When I bought the DVDs. When they re-released them. So when Phantom Menace came out, was it 2001?
Phantom Menace came out in 1999.
Nice, so we're 16.
There was a gold edition. 1997, they released the VHS again in a gold box. I got that. That was in Star Wars then.
No, what they did, if you remember,
they put some extra clips in, right?
They re-released the original Trillathon in the late 90s before the Phantom Menace came out.
Yeah, we went and watched them.
Yeah, because they added in the sequence where
CGI'd bit.
Yeah, where Han Solo stood on.
In Mos Eisley.
Stood on Thingy's tail.
Yeah.
The slug's tail.
Pizza the Hut.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I do.
When he was walking around the...
And there's a big beast that's new as well.
There was like... And then they added in... So like on the Mos Eisley, before they go into before they went into the cantina, there was...
Find the decoupage!
Yeah, there was like CGI things in the background and stuff.
There was 2 stormtroopers on a big beast.
Yeah.
Which they never would have been able to pull off in
exactly,
So... Yeah. They did. Yeah, they released them and we watched them at the cinema before Phantom Menace came out.
I can remember walking home from watching the Phantom Menace and watching the other school children come home.
Really?
Yeah.
Were we in school?
Yeah, because we finished earlier because we'd done our GCSEs.
Oh, is that when Phantom Menace came out, when we did our GCSEs?
The same summer, yeah.
Wow. I don't remember that coinky dink.
Well, no, because you would have just gone home and I walked home by myself. Obviously, to school.
Fucking hell.
Now, if people have any brain, they'll be able to figure out where I live as a child.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the OA. You have to listen to every episode to find a thread, put the puzzle pieces together.
Shape power, the OA.
I feel at the moment, to be honest with you, I'm being overwhelmed by high quality TV dramas.
What?
There's loads come out.
Bodyguard. Have you watched that yet?
I've not watched it yet. I'm watching Killing Eve.
Right, okay.
And what they've done with that as well, they've put it all on the iPlayer.
Yeah, box set.
They've done it. They've done it.
Spooged it.
Yeah, I think it only started the other weekend, and all of it's on the iPlayer. So they started doing that.
So
now.
really that good?
Yeah, it's quite funny. It's really funny, actually.
I thought it was like a thriller.
Killing Eve, it is, but it's funny.
That's a psychopath, isn't it?
Yeah, she's a psychopath, but it's still funny.
Like Dexter.
No, it's I'd say it's better than Dexter. Actually.
There was a little psychopath miniseries with Anna Freeling once, where she played a psychopath.
Is that the sex one?
I don't know.
From like 20 years ago.
I've got the Psychopath Test up there by John Ronson. Have you ever read that?
I thought it was Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson is the guy, Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh yeah,
author. He's done a few, and he's got one called the Psychopath Test because there is a famous guy called Bob Hare who came up with this psychopath test. It's like a list of 30 questions and
it's
whatever.
It's just traits again, isn't it?
But there are extremes and people who have no psychopath tendencies.
In fact, I've got a correction actually. I was talking to somebody because I was just talking to somebody in my job.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, because that's my job. And this person had said that they were a sociopathic psychopath.
They admitted it.
Oh, people admit everything. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, and we were talking about it, and we thought it was impossible for you to be a sociopathic psychopath.
What's the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath?
Well, this is the way it was explained to me, because I kind of thought, well, if you're, I said to this person, I said, well, to be a psychopath, you don't have feeling, do you? And this person said, no, that's not right. You have feelings, but you don't have empathy. So you don't understand, or you don't understand that your actions have consequences for other people.
Right.
But a sociopath knows that your actions have consequences on other people.
Just really antisocial.
But you don't care.
Right.
Basically. So it's impossible to be a sociopath.
So you know, but you don't care. You're not being malicious with it.
Pardon?
Is a sociopath malicious?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So a psychopath could be malicious as well, but has no way to understand what their actions have on other people.
Because they can't empathise.
Yeah. Which is, have you ever heard of theory of mind?
No.
Which is another thing, which is like sort of, I don't think I'm going to badly explain theory of mind now, but theory of mind is essentially your ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. This is empathy again.
So someone with low theory of mind can't do that?
So theory of mind, people who have autism or Asperger's don't struggle with theory of mind.
Right. When you say struggle of theory of mind, I don't understand that.
So
it's like a score.
They can't understand what other people are thinking, basically. So this is a key. This is
telepath.
This is linked. No. So say for example, I'm looking at you now, and your facial expression, your hair. You're
picking up cues.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't understand facial cues.
Really?
Body language.
Or if you hear that someone's going through a bad time, you can kind of. Yeah. I understand.
Alter your behaviour.
Oh, that must be shit. You know.
So if you think about, I don't know how much you know about autism or Asperger's. Nothing. So basically, a key part of that is
apart from vaccinations.
Fuck off.
That's a joke. Get your kids vaccinated, for fuck's sake.
Is that you just can't understand what other people are thinking in that situation, so you just come out with whatever you're thinking about, rather than filtering a lot of what you say.
You know what I don't understand about the anti-vax movement?
Everything, because it's fucking mental.
Why is there so much opposition to it?
Because if you don't have enough people immunised, you don't benefit from herd immunity. Because right, so if you immunise like 30 people, the vaccine might only work in 10 of them, say.
You explained this about episode 30. I remember you talking about this.
It was episode 30.
I don't know.
Listen back, catch up on the iPlayer. Yeah. So if you don't have enough people vaccinated,
the actual problem is, sorry Ben to interrupt. Sorry to quick. I touched your hand.
I should have hugged.
He gets pissed every episode and smokes lots of, doesn't he? So
yeah, there is that contributing factor. If there aren't enough people immunised in the community, then the people who have the vaccine and it doesn't work for them, whatever, are more at risk because the people around them, there's more chance of those either not being vaccinated and catching the disease and passing it on to them. Well, that's it. That's the risk.
The problem is that vaccines aren't efficient enough.
If a vaccine was 100% efficient and you could have an injection and say, right, well, I'm never going to catch that disease, then it doesn't matter if fucking idiot Joe Bloggs down the street
doesn't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
But I thought the other thing was that if you had the vaccine, it still doesn't mean that you're immune to it. Is that not what you were saying?
You just have the antibody to fight it.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're not going to not get it. You'll get it, but your body will respond quicker.
Your immune system, will kick it.
It's like triggers you
because you get a little dose of the disease, don't you? That's how the point is, isn't it? In layman's terms.
Well, it's dead. It's not alive. There's no live vaccines anymore. If anyone tells you, "Oh, I got really bad flu after I had a flu vaccine," just walk away from them. Break the wrist. Walk away. Because they're fucking stupid. That's
But you can get reactions from vaccines.
You can if you're allergic to eggs. You can get a reaction to the vaccine.
Kids commonly do.
Yeah,
my
son.
You can get
my son
post-vaccination fever.
Yeah. He had the MMR.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an idiot. Or whatever they had, and you have it 3 times or whatever, don't you?
Yeah.
And he had every single thing on it. So he had a rash.
Side effect.
He had a rash. He was really ill. It was just like pale as fuck, covered in measles. And then the other thing, he had like measles, then he had rubella, and then he had everything. He literally had everything over the 6 weeks. It was bizarre. Honestly.
Does that mean he's allergic to something in the vaccine?
I'm wondering if MMR is a live attenuated vaccine.
So there's another type of vaccine then?
Yeah.
And do you know where vaccine comes from? Why it's the VAC?
No. Vacuum cleaners?
I think it's from Vache.
Lavash, cow.
Because
cowpox.
Because of the man?
Louis Pasteur.
Yeah, because what did he do?
He infected people with cowpox so they wouldn't get smallpox.
He got a poor child who was dying of smallpox, and injected him with cowpox, and he survived. He had no idea whether it would work.
Why did he do that?
No. He didn't have smallpox, and then he injected him with cowpox, because that's not a vaccine. That's a.
He did something. He
found out that the maids who were milking the cows didn't get smallpox.
Yeah, that was it.
That community didn't get smallpox as well. Well, they got it, and it just went away, and they survived
because they were exposed to the
because they were exposed to cowpox.
A less virulent version of
strain.
it.
Yeah,
that's very interesting. When the conquistadors went to North America, and most of the natives were killed by the
smallpox,
by the virus.
Yeah,
because the Spanish were used to being around all these domesticated animals. There weren't domesticates in North America. You couldn't domesticate buffaloes. There was no horses.
No.
There was no large domesticable animals. So they didn't have this contact with animals and create this immunity that the Spanish had. It's in Jared Diamond's Guns, Germs and Steel.
Oh, yeah.
Being the germs.
That's on my list to get from Audible.
Oh, fuck. Do you have it in
real
paper if you want?
I can't really listen to that in the
sequel as well. It's a long book.
Yeah.
It starts in Papua New Guinea. It's really interesting in Papua New Guinea.
Everything does.
But it's great.
Crucible of life.
Coincidence have affected human history. Why was it that when the conquistadors landed, the Native Americans died and the Spanish didn't catch?
Because we had all the funky diseases, basically.
But it's going through it and all. But it brings it forward to today and how things, why things are the way they are today. It's interesting.
Because of that.
Yeah, from coincidences. Like topography played a massive part.
I wonder why there was animals then in Europe, basically, because that's what happened, wasn't it? That were domesticated and made it easier for us. That then
no large domesticates in Africa.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly the same.
That's
thing.
why Europe and Eurasia's had it easy. We had loads of domesticated
Garden of Eden,
stallions.
innit, mate? Garden of
Pretty
Eden.
much, yeah.
The Garden of Eden, baby.
Well, the thing is, most, like, the majority, maybe, I think it's 70 or 80% of all megafauna was wiped out at the end of the last ice age.
Yes.
So in North America, there was, well, across the world, there was loads of procybians? Procybians?
Massive bears.
No, elephants. Protocybians? I can't remember the word.
Don't know.
But there was mammoths, mastodons, different species of mammoth, and now we're left with 2, Indian African. Same with cats, saber-toothed cats, giant ground sloths, giant beavers, short-faced cave bear,
Giant kangaroos.
giant kangaroos. There was
Imagine how
loads.
terrifying they'd be.
Fucking rip your face off.
I know, they would, wouldn't they?
There was horses in North America. There was lions in North America, and they all got wiped out at the end of the last ice age.
Fuck.
There's still mountain lions.
Yeah, yeah, and lynx, I think.
Yeah.
There's lynx in Europe.
Mountain lions are big in California.
Yeah, and they kill people still.
Kids occasionally, mainly dogs and pets. There'll be out walking dog and mountain lion will snaffle it. Yeah, they're probably best part of £100, aren't they?
I don't know.
Cheap.
I think they are. I think
they're
£70
smaller.
is maybe a big mountain lion.
Smaller than a normal lion.
Definitely. Have you
Bigger
seen
than a small dog.
lice and lighties?
Ligers.
I've heard. Yeah, I know that lions and tigers can breed.
Yeah, and then you breed a lion with a liger and you get a lili.
Ah.
Breed a tiger with a liger, you get a tili. There's all sorts of cross. That's not right. What I just said.
Did
but
I
there's
say
loads.
I've got a membership for Blackpool Zoo?
No.
I have got a membership for Blackpool Zoo.
Are you allowed to take 2 guests?
No, because I can take myself and my wife, and then my child is free because he's under 3. But they have 2 tigers in a pen together, and tigers are solitary.
Is it not a male and female, a breeding pair?
I don't know. They might be.
Well, that would
We
make
saw
sense.
tigers on
It's
holiday.
not going to be
There's
2 men, is it?
there's a few.
Two
Two men,
girls.
well, probably.
There were 5 or 6 in
2
a
men
pen.
raging in a pen. But even so, they're not. When you watch the wildlife documentaries, they're occasionally coming in contact with a female, and if she's in season, they'll shag it, and then they wander off, don't they?
They'll sex it.
Yeah, and then in the lions thing, the lion pen
Pride.
next door, yeah, but there's 2 males with manes.
Oh.
And one always sits on. They have like a raised bit. It's always sat up there.
Thing is, they're
Alpha.
probably raised in captivity, though,
Well, I
aren't
know,
they?
yeah.
You know. Then
Yeah,
won't
they
be
don't know what
wild,
they're
will
doing.
they?
Well, no, because they're not wild.
No.
Don't know
Well, I hope
what
not.
to do.
No, it's funny. I don't like zoos in principle, but I shouldn't go to them, but I do because I take the kids.
Yeah, and he's just well into the zoo.
Yeah.
In
It's
fact,
not
he
good.
woke up this morning and went, zoo? Zoo?
Say if you got a season ticket, you've got to go, haven't you?
I've been about 6 or 7
Illuminations on yet?
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
They start early now. They used to start in October. They used to start in
Oh,
September.
it's hellish! Driving through them.
Wait, what do you mean?
Fucking
You're supposed to
hell.
go slow and look at them.
No, God, you just can't move though.
Oh.
She fell asleep last time we drove through, so that was a big fucking waste.
Yeah.
I've never
That's
done it.
the
I've
same.
never done it with a child yet.
It's at Bosch's time, you see, when it's getting dark.
Mm.
So,
Time for bed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What time do your kids go to bed? Your kid go to bed?
normally 7.
Oh, it's late. 7 now. Well, when she was your
But he
age.
had a 3-hour nap today, so he was in bed.
3 hour?
Oh yeah,
He
no.
still sleeps 3 hours.
Fucking hell. 3 hour nap in the day?
Yeah.
Shine
I
he went to bed
love
at
a
8.
3-hour nap in the day.
See, proper siesta.
And I woke him
Amazing.
up. We had to wake him up.
Yeah,
And
for
we
his
have,
tea.
we have to wake him up quite often, actually, from his
Fucking hell.
nap.
That's
Still.
good.
It's not because, well, he's just fucked from nursery, basically.
Too tired.
Too much, too much, too much, too much, basically.
Sleep.
Oh, I started full time now, preschool. 3 full days and 2 half days. But doing alright.
We've got gymnastics started.
Managed to not get anyone pregnant yet.
Not getting anyone pregnant though. Gymnastics. Wow.
How many
What-
classes
what
does she do
discipline?
now? Was it not theatre?
She does that still, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Theatre, acting, singing, dancing.
I think theatre's not been advertised in the nursery, just does football for half an hour a week and that's it. So he's not a puff.
A friend of my eldest used to do modelling. Just go to Manchester for photo shoots and stuff for magazines.
Well, yeah, apparently you can make some money out of it.
It's like $150 a time.
Yeah.
Good money.
See, this is the thing, right? I know I, as a parent, would probably, you know, if you got paid 150 quid, I'd probably just deduct like 125 for expenses and give him 25 quid for his saving account. But do you think other people just take all of the money?
Of course they do.
Yeah, definitely.
There's always going to be one.
It's no minimum wage for the under threes.
But I just, everyone thinks the baby is cute, don't they? You look at them and think, oh my God, you are beautiful. Is that what you think? Or do you think other people just go, look at the child and think, fuck me, look at your nose.
Sorry about ugly babies. Ugly babies.
I've got a good, sorry, I was going to continue along this thread. Do you do you ever done the thing where you steal your baby's or your child's nose?
Oh, yeah.
And you put your thumb between your forefinger and your middle finger?
Yep.
You got a Jason mask on and a Freddy Krueger claw.
Oh, well, that's another story. We did that today with we made fajitas, and he. I'm going on a tangent, but anyway.
Chili in his eyes.
No, he he made a. I gave him an entire wrap. They're only about, I'd probably say, 4 inches.
That wide? Fucking hell!
4 inches.
That's a giant feet. That's.
Yeah, but anyway, so what he did is he rolled it up into a ball and said, "Look at my ball, fajita," something like that, and started biting it. And then he opened it, and it had a smiley face, and he started wearing it on his face.
Sounds of the lamb.
Anyway, so that made me laugh.
That's nice.
But going back to the original feature, where you steal your child's nose.
Yep.
I stole his nose and put it back on his face today and said, "You steal Daddy's nose," and he said it's too big.
Burn.
Too big.
It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Rub the lotion on its skin. I know. That's like being in my ass as well.
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Boys. Happy 50th.
There's like 30 minutes of that you need to cut out though.
Yeah, we should probably chop some.
30 minutes got deleted, I think. Should we sign off for 5-0?
Yes, let's. Thanks for listening. Here's to 50 more this year.
It'll be both.
Genghis Khan.